No sleeping here. We are straight from the parade down in the gas lamp. It's Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I am exhausted. I'm starting to get a little hungover. Blew it out really hard after winning a World Series game last night downtown San Diego. Epic win for your San Diego Padres. Great to be here with you on a Tuesday morning. Yeah, it was wild scenes down there, man. Completely topless women and champagne and all kinds of, it was tomfoolery everywhere. And so we just rolled straight in from the gas lamp to do this program, and I'll get to do it all again tonight. Try to win another World Series game here in May. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Got Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins as well. Benjamin.
Good morning. You understand that people don't get sarcasm, right?
These days they don't.
They really don't.
It's tough because I have a PhD in it, and it's very difficult for me to navigate life sometimes.
Like most degrees, it's useless.
That's fair. It's also fair. We have a very special guest in studio with us this morning. You guys might know him as the world's most positive Padres fan. Which mic is he going to be on, Paulie?
The one right in front of him right there. Yeah.
That one?
That one right there.
Yeah. Ryan Cohen joins us from
morning.
Well, you're in town from New York City.
Yeah, I fly back today, actually.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow. Yeah, I want to see you guys before I left.
Thank you so much. He texted me yesterday. He goes, do you mind if I come in? I go, no, I don't. You don't have to ask me. You just show up at the door.
Life is better when the Padres win.
100%.
Yeah,
I was there
I
last
agree
night.
with that philosophy.
Do you want headphones? Give him some headphones that not the ones from 1964.
These ones are okay.
This is actually these are Hacksaw's very first set of headphones from 1957. The cord is way short. They weigh about 47 pounds.
Why didn't we do this all before the
That's
show
a great
started?
question. It's a great question.
Really good
It's
question.
a great question. I don't know, but Ryan
He
Cohen
didn't just magically appear here.
No, he did not. So just a quick trip, huh? When'd you get in town?
Yeah, my cousin was getting married on Friday up in LA. So got in Thursday. And then I hung out until I could go to one game at Petco. Back today, back to New York.
Back to the Big Apple. How's the Big Apple treating you?
Dude, it's so good. I really do love that city. Every time I'm in San Diego, I'm like, oh man, why did I leave? Like,
right.
This is still home.
Sure.
Still love it here. I want to get back here eventually, but I'm loving New York. Job's great. Friends are great. Things are going really well.
It's exciting where you work too, because you'll be walking around. He works at John Boy Media, and you walk around. You're like, oh, that's like a Hall of Famer. Who have you seen walking around the building?
You know, the one who really got me.
Yeah,
this was a couple months ago. I grew up on Impractical Jokers.
Sure,
Sal.
Sal.
I look up and Sal is there.
He's there,
and I was wearing a Padres jacket, this brown and gold jacket, and he pointed out, he's like, "That's a sick jacket." You know, like, I've been around some celebrities. I've been around a lot of baseball players. Doesn't get me too many times. That one.
Sal from Impractical Jokers is the one that sent you over the edge.
Dude, yeah. That man has brought me so many laughs. And Robinson Cano was another one.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
Rob Lowe was a big one.
Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That'd be really cool.
You never know. That's the fun thing is I don't get the heads up.
You have no idea.
I came out of a green room the other day and the Stanley Cup was in the office.
So sick.
Casual. Stanley Cup.
So sick.
It's fun, dude. It's a really fun place to work. It's a lot of really good people, and it's baseball.
What has been your favorite part about New York, not work related? Like
the women.
No comment.
Obviously.
The pizza, clearly.
Bagels, if anything.
Good answer.
I love, I'm in a softball league in Central Park.
Oh, that's so
amazing.
Cool. Yep.
And you hit a ball well, and you're looking at the New York skyline. It's like, damn,
that's pretty
special. It's pretty cool.
And conversely, that's kind of how I felt when I moved here 15 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. I mean, where I was from in Texas is flat, brown, everything kind of looked the same. You get out here and you're like, oh, that's the ocean right there. I almost wrecked my car on the 500 times just staring at the ocean driving by.
I've said it before. Like, I often will, like, maybe once every other day, we'll have like California appreciation moments.
Oh, all the time.
Where, I understand, wasn't born here. I apologize.
Yeah, I apologize too.
Woodsy, how dare you?
Character flaws for both of us.
But when I drive like the 15, like I'll be driving the 15 later tonight to go to basketball or whatever. Like, driving past Miramar in particular, I go, this is where Top Gun
every
was
time,
filmed.
dude. Every time.
I grew up with that movie.
Every time.
Still, when I see the jets flying over the 15, I go, I made it. Like, I moved to San Diego. I grew up like watching and like wishing to be in San Diego, and I'm here, and it's It's amazing. I never want to leave.
You
I
know,
love this place so much, and I always have that appreciation, something like that.
Literally the only thing wrong with this place, literally, is the ban on flavored nicotine. That's literally the only thing wrong with this place. And by the way, it may cause me to move. I may end up moving to Arizona and commuting in a couple of days a week. I'm at my wit's end.
I thought when
right
San
now.
Diego got the electric scooters, it was the greatest thing that had happened since the city became a city. Like, that was the greatest thing that had ever happened to San Diego. I was so happy with them. And then the Zyn ban kind of just reversed all of that.
A big
Roll.
tube,
You brought
a
us
roll
2
last week. That
Yeah.
didn't last you
Lasted
months?
me for 3 days.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
Should have got you more.
So this is happening. And so here's the deal. And everybody has their little spot where they go that still has the flavored Zyns, the rebels, right? The people that want to stick it to the man. And what they do is they just take the price of those and they jack them up tenfold. So you'll pay $12 to $15 for one can, but
That's
you're
how
like,
the black market works.
that's how the black market works. And you're like, yeah, but it's flavored. It doesn't taste like carpet, like the ones that they will sell, the carpet flavored ones. And so I go yesterday to my normal haunt, and I walk in and I go, give me 6 cans of cinnamon Zyn 6. He goes, looks at me. He goes, mm-mm. I go, what? He goes, no, they shut it down. I go, well, they shut it down a while ago. You guys were bucking the trend for a while. And he's like, not anymore. I go, all right, well, see you later. So I go to my other place. That's $5 more expensive. But like, hey, listen, when you're in a pinch, you do what you got to do. This is unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable. I walk in. I said, I look at the thing. I go, no more Zyn. He goes, one moment, my friend. Okay. Girl buys her wine, gets out of there. He goes, come with me.
Does it look around?
He doesn't look around. Straight up. He goes, come with me. So I follow him over. And you know, in a beer or wine shop, they've got those metal shelves, right? And there's 4 or 5. So he goes to the very bottom metal shelf where there's big boxes of wine on it. He slides the wine over. He lifts the shelf under. Like if you were going to
secret
compartment. If you were going to store guns and stuff, like you'd have them in the secret compartment. He lifts it up and it's filled, but there's no Zyn.
Did he have a safe behind a painting?
There was no safe behind a painting, but he lifted it up. He goes, he looks around. He goes, you ever try Lucy? And I go, no, what's Lucy? He goes, you like very much. You like. And I said, okay, is it like Zyn? He goes, yeah. It's like better. You like it. I said, okay. I'll take let me try it. I don't want to buy a whole log, so I'll try the mint flavor because he didn't have cinnamon. And he goes, okay. Being very, very quiet. I go, yeah. So I get it. He goes, put it in your pocket.
Are you starting to look around
So
now?
yeah, now I'm
that he's
looking around. And he goes, just put it in your pocket, please. And so I put it in my pocket. He rang me up, and I walked out the door. But I'm sitting there going, why does he goes, no. He goes, I do have Zyn. They're in my car. They're parked very far away. I go, all right, so next time I come in, I just give you like the signal.
You should have been like, buddy, I got time. You can go get it right now.
This was
I'll
like
hold the shop down.
This was like buying whiskey in 1932. You know, like during. I felt like, are you a bootlegger? You should have seen this compartment, Ben. You should have seen it, just filled with these things. And I'm going, okay. And I'm sitting there going, so this is what it's come to. This is what it's come to. Again, this isn't heroin. I actually. Everybody loved Tony Gwynn, right? Like the chew, the tobacco chew. I was so addicted to that stuff for years. This has been the only thing that I could take to help, get me off of it. I told Hannah last night, I go, I may go back to it. I go, I don't, it's so hard to get. I told her too, I go, I need you to be prepared for one Saturday morning that I leave the house at 3 a.m., drive to Arizona for a cannonball run and come back. My only other alternative is that I join the military, and then I can get it from the military base. So I'm considering that.
I was on the military base yesterday. I
And
didn't
you could have
realize I
gotten
could have
some.
gotten. I was at the Naval Exchange at North Island Air Station. Jimmy Johnson was there making an appearance ahead of the NASCAR race next month, and they did it inside. It's amazing the little city they set up on military bases.
So
you don't
cool.
get to go on as civilians. We don't get to go on base very often, and then you go on, and they have their own ecosystem. They've got their own, police and traffic and everything when you go on base, and then you go in and it's like a big mall, the Exchange. It's got different departments. It's got a food court and everything.
Yeah, so good.
You got your service members coming in and out, and they were all getting autographs from Jimmy Johnson and meeting him and getting pictures. It was pretty cool, actually.
No Zin, right? For me.
I didn't see a Zin display. Now, I want to ask you, though, how does he know that you're not an undercover
He doesn't.
officer? What do you think is the determination?
It's probably around the eyes, buddy. He probably knows. Oh, this guy.
That's got to be the most stressful part of being the bootlegger, the black marketer.
Well, yeah.
Is someone comes in and you've got to make the call. Are they
Legit?
trying to bust me, or are they trying to shop from me? And if you make the wrong call, you're done. So you have to, read that person like it's a high stakes poker game. And you're like, I look at this guy and go, it's the right age. He could be a cop.
100%. I don't look like a cop, but I could be a cop.
Absolutely. I would assume the ones that go into these places aren't the one,
mustache, sunglasses. Hey, can I get some Zin, please? I'm telling you, man. I just don't.
You called me yesterday. You're like, Paulie, what are you doing this weekend? Like, I think we're getting close to I'll pick you up at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
we'll
and
drive
we'll
out to Yuma and back.
Yeah. And see, Yuma sucks because they know you're from California. They only give you like 5 cans.
They limit you. Now, people have pointed out, and I haven't done this in a minute, but last time I went up to...
Oh, that hurt, Jay-Z. Says, I look like a cop, all right. Paul Blart. God, man.
Kevin James.
It's been a minute, but if you go up to like Pachanga, the gas stations on the reservation, they should still have them there. I've gotten them before up there.
How far is that from my house? I guess
50 minutes closer than Arizona.
Hell of a lot closer than Arizona or Mexico or joining,
Yeah, just go to Verona. Okay, yeah.
Signing up for the military and doing PT for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it at this point. Babe, what? Yeah.
Woodsy's on sabbatical.
I joined the Army, and I live on base now. Tell the kids I love them, and I did it because I wanted.
Do the show from Virginia
Zin.
or wherever they send you.
I wanted Zin. It's crazy. When I'll never forget him lifting that thing up. I was like, what are we doing here? And it's just cans everywhere of these Lucy's that are okay. They're fine. They're not great. But I'm like, I just don't get it.
I think we can do
understand
a casino tour in Southern California and probably be okay.
I just don't get it, dude. I really don't.
You need to start stuffing away money now so that when we go to Arizona in January,
you
can just stock up for the year.
Grown adults can't buy flavored tobacco products. But regular tobacco products are fine.
Right.
Yeah, those are fine. But again, it's the marketing they don't market to kids. I don't see them market anything.
So why can't I just order it and have it like delivered with have to be the president, have to have an ID or something like that?
100%.
I understand both sides of this. For someone like you who's trying to avoid something
tobacco,
worse,
right?
It's a great option. For someone who hasn't started tobacco and wouldn't ever start it, because they don't want to have the carpet
it's not
flavored ones, you don't want them to have access to the ones. Oh, this is a gateway to start doing, things that could really be bad for them.
But so are the carpet ones. The ones that taste like carpet and
who's going to want to?
I can go get 10
to
of these right now.
No one's going to want to start with those.
It's
the flavored ones that get people kind of interested.
I didn't start smoking cigarettes that tasted like cotton candy. I started smoking cigarettes that tasted like cigarettes. Tobacco. The first one I had was mint, and then I moved on to long cut. But I've quit a lot of stuff in my life. Copenhagen is by far the hardest, by far. And so to not be able to go in and get what I need is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy.
Would you agree that the best solution would be to not start in the first place?
Always.
Yes.
Always.
I just want to make sure everyone, yes, I get that. But for everybody else, the best solution is to never get started.
I mean, anything that, you get addicted to, don't start, right? At the end of the day. But that ship has sailed long ago. It's a drug. I'm addicted. You got to help me get my.
I can go right now to 7-Eleven. I can buy a bottle of whiskey. I can buy a pack of Marlboro. I could buy the.
It's what they're encouraging me.
Flavored.
It's what they're encouraging me to do at this point is just get a can of long cut. You'll be fine. I mean, that's really what the encouragement is like, I know that this is going to help you kick this really bad habit that could kill you. We're we're not going to let you have it. Sorry.
I used to use Copenhagen Wintergreen, which they also banned because of a flavor.
They banned menthol cigarettes too, and they banned all flavored vapes.
And I give them credit. It got me to stop using wintergreen tobacco.
Yeah,
because I can't buy it anymore. I just had to stop. And I would thought that we did the Zyn for a couple of years and they got rid of that. And I'm like, can I just have one thing? California.
Purple said, I should just stop using Zens. I get it. It's easier said than done. It is. So that's what happened to me yesterday. I went to 2 places. One wiped out completely. The other one, I got stuck with these Lucy's. And again, they're not terrible. They're not terrible. Probably better than Copenhagen Long. And now I know where the stash is.
I'm curious the secret compartment though. Before
it was
the
awesome,
flavored tobacco was banned.
It was awesome.
What was in there?
What was in there? Right? It was crazy. You have never. I go. Where are we? Why is he pulling me to the back? And he lifted this thing up, dude. And he put a little thing up to hold it up. And I looked down. I went, oh my God. What? He goes, you like a mango? I go, no, I don't really like mango. Okay,
mango's lovely.
Yeah, he's like, I got coffee flavor. No, I'm good. Just give me the mint. We'll try it. It's fine. But man, I just again, let me order it online like I used to. No big deal. Sent it right to my home. My kids know not to touch them. It's fine. And if my kid when he was 13 ended up trying a cinnamon Zyn, we'll be okay. I'll be fine. It'll be okay. Way worse out there. So anyway, Cannonball Run coming at some point. Paulie and I smuggling cases of Zyn.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be bad.
Yep, it will be.
No, I'm pretty sure I drink
Zyn
beer.
a sponsor? No, they are not a sponsor.
Who?
Zyn.
No, I wish they were.
Are you kidding me?
I'll do your ad reads for free if you send me cases and cases.
If you know anybody with the company and they're looking to advertise,
if this doesn't tell everybody how addictive nicotine is, I don't know what to say.
That's it.
This is clearly a sign of how unbelievably hard of a habit it is to kick.
So is.
And
I literally
you should
feel
never
like,
get started.
I feel like Uncle Buck sometimes. He's like, I quit smoking. And
I'm on to chewing tobacco.
Pipes, and then
I'm on cigars.
Tobacco, and the cigars. And then the nicotine pouch.
So good. So good. So anyway, that was my day yesterday, running around town looking for these. But what a nightmare. What a total nightmare. I wish we would get this fixed here in our lovely state.
You guys want to talk some Padres?
Yes, sir.
Right, we will get to last night's series opener against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Another just nail-biting, edge of your seat, thrill ride. Are you going to make it to the end of the game in one piece matchup against the Los Angeles Dodgers? But of course, this time Padres end up on the winning side of a 1-0 decision. We'll talk all about it, give you your Padres wrap-up of a 4th straight win. They get better. The longer the winning streak gets, the better the wrap-up sounds. There's no doubt about that. It is all coming up next. We'll set the menu for the Tuesday edition of the show. Ryan Cohen, not our only in-studio guest. That is all coming up live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods and Paul and Ryan Cohen. Brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Tell a quick story before we set the menu. Just how on brand Woods always remains, and you always remain on brand. Set the scene last night. My son and I are watching the Padres game down in the living room, but we both have our individual phones out to watch the NBA playoffs. Unbelievable game between the Spurs and Thunder last night. Double overtime, SGA and Wemby going back and forth. I mean, by far the best game of the postseason, filled with drama. Wemby hits this 30-foot three-pointer in overtime to force double OT. They're gassed. I mean, one of the better basketball games I've ever seen. And I just wanted to make sure Paul and Woods were aware. So I texted him. I go, Hoops is incredible. And Woods' response is, hoops with
Question
a
mark?
question mark? Like, what could you possibly be? What is hoops? What is hoops? Oh, I don't understand.
It did not connect in my brain that my partner would be watching basketball as the Padres took on the Dodgers. And I know we hey, it's one game, it's in May, but I'm like, is this idiot watching basketball right now instead of this unbelievable game? Unbelievable pitching performances on both sides.
You almost never do a dual screen, right? Like you
can't,
you can't have like the Padres game on the TV,
Paulie,
then the NBA game on Prime or at Peacock on your iPad or your phone.
I am the poster child for ADHD. The poster child, oral fixation, ADHD. Do you honestly think I could sit and watch a baseball game that I really care about and pay attention? Now, if it's the Reds Pirates and I wanted to watch Bubba Chandler pitch, sure. And then the SDFC is playing here, fine, no problem. I can check in. Padres Dodgers, bro, I'm locked in. I'm as locked in as I've ever been. I'm so locked in, I'm ignoring my entire family. Go to bed. It's bedtime.
And
Leave me alone.
I was locked in as well.
I don't think you were.
You know, I had it on the big screen. I'd look down more when it was near the end of the overtimes just to see how things were going. But I was certainly, this was like during the 8th inning, and things were very tense, obviously, in the Padres game. And
it was easier to watch in like the 6th inning.
Yeah. It makes sense. I just can't do it. I can do, it's weird because I can multitask like a mofo. I can read 2 books simultaneously. Like I can read this book, put it down, pick this one up, and no problem. I can listen to music while I work. I can type in the chat while I'm in mid-conversation.
That's the one thing at a time, like reading 2 books back to back.
Yeah, I'm not reading them at the same time.
Now, like listen to music and read a book, and then tell me what you listened to and what you read.
That I can do. I can listen to music and read. Well, I'm going to try to read 2 books at the same time.
What?
This page and then this page and then this page and then this page.
That would be impressive. That would be very impressive.
Yeah, I when he said it, I know what hoops are, but I wrote back like hoops. It didn't register in my head. Hoops.
I got a good laugh.
And I was like, oh, he's watching basketball. I could kill him. It's great. It's so great. Yeah, on brand is the right word.
Well, rest assured, this show will remain baseball focused, especially this morning. We'll get to the highlights of last night's win.
Who won this hoops game, by the way?
The Spurs won 122-115 on the road. Game 1, nothing left. I mean, Wemby.
All right, that's enough. I just wanted to know. No, I just wanted to know who won. That's plenty.
We'll get to the Padres
loser. That's it.
Highlights momentarily. In our 7:00 hour, we're going to do an early Reindl report because coming up in the second half of the program today, we have a pair of guests. Of course, it's an Incorporator Tuesday. Jesse Agler, the voice of the Padres, will join us at 8:35. I'll guest on Ben and Woods, appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And then at 9 o'clock, always want to get the perspective from the other side. Katie Wu, our friend who now covers the Dodgers for The Athletic, in town and will join us in studio in our final hour. Plenty of good stories on that team as well. Obviously, looks like it's going to be a pretty good competition between the 2 teams again this year.
If last night was any indicator, man, holy cow, what a game last night. It was just incredible. Obviously, coming out on the right side of it feels really good this morning, but I don't think anybody was comfortable watching that game. I actually felt pretty good most of the game until Mason Miller came in, and at that point, I was like, well, this sucks.
We'll talk about it. That was a wild 9th inning for Mason Miller. Maybe something I felt like I've never really seen in baseball, a pitcher go from one extreme to the other so quickly the way he did. We'll talk all about it. We'll have our regular features, including Don't Do This, Take on Woods in our 8:20 segment as well, and get you ready for game 2 of the series tonight. Coming up before we get out of here at 10 o'clock. And we've got more Journey tickets to give away. Paulie's Sounder, can you remind everybody what they're listening for? And when you hear the sounder, you will have a chance to call in and win tickets to the show Journey playing Pechanga Arena on September 14th.
Not right now.
Not this one. This is just to tell everybody who wasn't listening yesterday.
Sounder,
some will win, some will lose.
Some will win, some will lose. And when you hear that, call 833-288-0973. And if you do, you'll have a chance to win. You can also purchase your own tickets now at AXS.com, access.com for Journey at Pechanga Arena on September 14th. All right, let's check traffic. And then we come back. The highlights, the wrap-up of the 1-0 win over the Dodgers last night next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
The 805 is at a standstill in both directions between the 52 and the 163. You can use both the 52 and the 163 to get around the situation or swing wide to the west and use the 5. Balboa Avenue and Hathaway Street are shut down due to an ongoing shooting incident.
Traffic report brought to you by Soapy Joe's. Glow Up Complete. Soapy Joe's on West San Marcos Boulevard in San Marcos is back up and running. Come by and get the best car wash in San Marcos. Join the Soapy Squad and become a member. Visit SoapyJoesCarWash.com. Give us a follow at Soapy Joe's. Good, clean, fun.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres Wrap-Up.
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
And Andujar hits it in the air deep to left field. Hernandez backing up. He's at the wall. This one, gonna go! Miguel Andujar with his 4th of the year. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. 0-2 pitch. Once he takes at the knee, strike 3 called, and Michael King strikes out the side. Numbers 7, 8, and 9 here in the 5th inning. A new season high. 0-1 to Betts. Here's the pitch. Hard hit on the ground, right to Bogarts at short. From his knees, he throws to second in time. Ohtani is forced out, and the inning is over. Miller centered the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Mahez reaches for it, grounds it to third base. Machado's got it. He's just going to tag Paul out, and the ball game is over. What a night at Petco. Michael King, 7 shutout innings. Adam and Miller close the door, and the Andujar homer. Second batter in the bottom of the first holds up as the Padres shut out the Dodgers 1-0.
You expect these type of games when these two teams meet. This did not disappoint. What a terrific pitching performance on both sides. Miguel Andujar's solo shot holds up. Padres take game 1.
Baseball at its best.
What do you think of Michael King's night and the 7 shutout innings he was able to provide for you guys?
Yeah, one of the best games he's pitched as a Padre, I think. He was in control from the very beginning. A lot of punch outs early, and then hung on, made some great pitches at the end to get through 7.
A lot of things have to happen for a 1-0 game, like the defense, Duran's arm, the pitching. What did you just make of the kind of the way this game went?
Yeah, Duran gets a ton of credit along with Michael King. Those two controlled the game, and Duran throwing those 2 runners out were huge, keeping Michael's pitch count down, gave him that extra inning. We got off to a lead early. That also helps. You feel like, even though it's 1-0, it's just a little bit better feeling than if it's 0-0 or if you're down 1-0. Feel very good with Michael on the mound. Him and Duran are working well together. It was, pretty awesome to see his old school shutout tonight.
Yeah, it's a good point. The question there by Kevin Acey to Craig Stammen after the game. If you want to beat Yoshinobu Yamamoto and the Dodgers, probably going to have to do it as a high wire act. You cannot let up anywhere because 1-0 is your most, one of your most likely paths to victory. And that's not easy to do against a team like that. Your pitching has to be spot on. Your defense has to be spot on throughout the game. You cannot do anything wrong, essentially, if you're going to win a game like that. And the Padres were able to make it work last night in the 1-0 win.
It was awesome, man. It was again, totally calm. I just had really a lot of fun taking in that baseball game. You saw some great defense. You saw some really incredible catcher play. You saw some really incredible pitching on both sides. And I love a good baseball game. I really do. Padre fan first, right? Or baseball fan first, Padre fan second. I just loved a great baseball game, and that's what we were treated to last night. And I felt so at ease when Mason Miller came in, knowing, again, you're not going to have a perfect closer, right? Nobody's going to be perfect. He's as close to perfect as you can get. To watch him struggle to find the zone there, I looked down at my watch. I went from 70 beats a minute to about 120. And it was jarring to watch. Now, again, it's going to happen at some point, guys. We know this is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be jarring when it does. And I thought last night was definitely going to be the night. And it would have sucked so badly for it to be last night. But I think you got to give a ton of credit to Michael King, Rodolfo Duran, as they did. Some really good defense last night was played as well. And funniest part of my morning is waking up to a team with a literal $1 billion payroll, and they are screaming at their third base coach, not the $1 billion superstars. They're mad at Dino Ebel this morning
for not sending
Hyesung Kim on a play where, you look, man, I've seen a bunch of different angles of it. I don't know, man. Top of the order coming up. It's probably a good hold.
Is Toddy the guy that you want to test?
Is Toddy the guy you want to test, who throws 97, 98 miles an hour, makes a good throw, and I think Hyesung Kim is out. Dino Ebel is he's your boogeyman after a $1 billion payroll, puts up 0 runs. Weird to me.
It would have been a shame if the Dodgers had tied it or eventually won on a Rodolfo Duran throwing error.
100%.
Because clearly I thought, beyond Michael King, Rodolfo Duran was the story of the game. Throughout Mookie Betts in the first inning trying to steal, throughout Shohei Ohtani in the fourth inning trying to steal. Michael King really credited Duran with calling a great game. Michael King said, yeah, I know it looked good. Didn't really have my best stuff, didn't have the sweeper going, but Duran called such a great game. And he also hit the ball hard a couple of times, nearly beat out an infield single.
Bro, he smoked the ball last night. He's been smoking.
He looks the part of the catcher, but perhaps the most influential moment from Rodolfo Duran came in the ninth inning
100%.
with Mason Miller on the mound. And I want to go through the pitch sequence. Here's the entire inning from Mason Miller. Ball, 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 strike looking. Ball, 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 ball. Strike looking, overturned. And that was the challenge on the inside pitch that Duran on the 2-0 count tapped his head on.
I couldn't believe it.
Got
man.
it right.
I couldn't believe he got it.
Obviously, 2 challenges in the ninth inning. There's no reason not to do it there, but
do it.
Give him credit for the, thinking of it, tapping his head. And after that moment, strike, foul, foul, strike, fly out, strike, 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 foul, and in play, out at the end of the game. Mason Miller went from couldn't get the strike zone to couldn't miss the strike zone.
Then, yeah.
It was like 2 separate innings. It was like 2 separate people in the ninth inning, all changed by that one overturned challenge by Duran there in the middle of the inning.
It was outstanding. And when he did it, I go, oh no, he may get this one. And I think it changed everything. And look, you're talking about a guy too he's so beloved in my house because we all know his story of 600 games or something in the minor leagues, right? And you got your chance. You're seeing a guy get his chance to go, I'm taking this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to do everything I can with it. How are you not inspired by a guy like that? Do you see him busting it down the line? Damn near beat that play out. He's hitting the ball hard. He's throwing base runners out. He's calling great games. Hey, man, that's a guy that's trying to grab this opportunity and hang on to it like grim death, as he should, because he's worked his ass off to get there.
Have you seen enough?
Yes.
Where I can ask the question, do we have a catcher
yes, we do.
Problem or issue when Campy returns?
Absolutely.
You spent a lot to get Freddie Fermin in trade capital.
What?
It's
so what?
And they still think very highly of him, but he's gotten off to such a bad start to the season. And now, the challenge thing seems to be in his head a little bit. I certainly am willing to switch around the playing time a bit and give Duran more of a chance while he's up here.
Well, you don't need 3 of them.
I think when Luis Campusano comes back, it's a tough decision for sure. I mean, we'll see. Duran has had a couple of good games. The hardest thing to do in baseball, though, is to
repeat it.
Keep repeating it over and over again. See a lot of guys come up and first week in the big leagues, have a good week, flowing on pure adrenaline. And then you settle in, and
bro, I'm giving him.
I tend to think there's a reason he's been in the minor leagues for 11 years and hasn't made that debut. That he isn't all of a sudden going to be an all-star.
I'm giving him
at the big league level, but right now, while he's here, I'm giving him some opportunities for sure.
I'm giving him the gig based on his challenges alone, as opposed to Freddie Fermin's. Yeah. I mean, they're not even close. It's really a weird look in some weird situations. And so I'm not going to be a knee-jerk person like that. It's nice to have depth, right? It really is. And he may very well get sent back down, and if he does, so be it. But I don't know, man. Like he's taking this opportunity, and Wally Pipp is a real person. You know what I mean? Like it could absolutely happen. And what's going to be interesting is, does Campy come right back into form? Right? Does he come right back, not miss a beat? I guess he's swinging right now. Still not feeling great with the toe. Broken toe, catching 9 innings, squatting, all of that it takes a toll on your feet. You got to hit, you got to run, you got to do all that stuff. So
that's literally one of those things, a broken toe. You really you can't do anything until you can.
Yeah,
right?
Until you can either get through it or just manage the pain. Yeah.
None of the 3 catchers the Padres have right now are sure bets.
No.
So ride the hot hands. Usually baseball will provide the answer, whether it's, injuries or whatever, that you're going to need all 3 over the course of the season. Maybe Freddie Fermin goes on the injured list for a while. Who knows what's going on? He's gotten nicked by so many foul balls and hit in the helmet and hit in the legs. I mean, he's had a rough start to the season. Perhaps he does need a little bit of a break. And when Campy gets healthy, maybe that will provide him some time off and he comes back. And we saw him after the trade. There were some moments where he looked like a pretty good player back there last year. And gets nothing but high marks from his pitchers, his coaching staff for the work he does. So
put in a ton of work.
I'm not giving up on Freddie Fermin, but right now he's struggling. Absolutely. I'm going to go back an inning though.
Let's get Ryan Cohen's take too on this.
Yeah.
Ryan Cohen is in from got it from John Boy Media in here and he's going to sit here.
Real baseball outlet, not
outlet.
just us talking about the Padres in the morning.
Freddie Fermin has options.
He does. He has several options, right?
Why not use
take a week in AAA when Campy gets back? I don't know. I on the ABS thing, I don't think it's a coincidence that Duran and Campusano, who spent the year in AAA last year doing ABS challenges, have been way better at it. That doesn't necessarily excuse how rough some of these challenges have been from Fermin the last week or two, but I'm not surprised that the guys who have a year of practice have been really good at it.
That's a good point. That's an absolute good point.
Yeah, for sure.
Bring him in for his analysis.
Yeah, and again, Fermin was pretty good at the start of the season. It's weird how it's just flipped on a dime, and all of a sudden he's been challenging pitches that haven't even been close to the strike zone lately. So it bears closer watch as we go forward on the Padres catching situation. I want to go back in, from the 9th to the 8th. Because I know my co-host here, Woods, was questioning our manager, Craig Stammen, a little bit. Jason Adam, gets the first 2 outs of the inning, but then Haesung Kim gets on base on the walk, and Shohei Ohtani's coming up.
That's it for you, bud.
We saw Adrian Morejon warming up, lefty possibly against a lefty in the bullpen, but he decided to let Adam face Ohtani, righty against lefty, and Ohtani hit a hard single through the hole on the right side that moved Haesung Kim over to third. And then he left Adam in to face Mookie Betts and got the one hopper to Xander Bogaerts, the force play at second to end the inning. You were asking the question, why on earth did he not go to Adrian Morejon against Shohei Ohtani in that situation?
I thought great result, terrible process, in my very humble opinion. They obviously know more than I do, right? They have more information at hand to make those decisions. If Adrian Morejon is warming up, so a couple things. Haesung Kim is a speedy dude. So he's on first. I bring in a lefty to face the lefty. I'm already got a better view. If Haesung Kim swipes a bag off of Jason Adam, the righty, Shohei comes up, he gets that hit, and now we have a tie ball game. So I'm immediately going, as soon as you walk a 9-hole hitter, to get to Shohei Ohtani, you're done. That's it. I'm sorry. I've got a guy down there, left-hander. I got him warm. He's hot. He's ready to go. Hasn't pitched in a couple days. You're in. This is his slot. And you have him go after Shohei. Because, again, if Shohei hits a double there, Haesung Kim scores from first. Everybody in agreement, Shohei Ohtani, probably pretty good doubles hitter, right? If he hits a homer, you're toast. I thought I don't want to say lucky because Jason Adam is very skilled at what he does, as are the rest of those guys. I thought great result, bad process. I thought we got away with one there. Yeah. I really did.
So if you want to go by the matchups, and not a huge sample size, but Ohtani was 1 for 6 against Adam, 3 for 10 against Morejon with a home run and 5 runs batted in. So he's had some success against Morejon, but you had him warming up, and there was no other guy that made a ton of sense for him to come in against.
Right.
So I didn't hear anybody ask Craig Stammen about it after the game. My speculation, at least, was if Kim was in scoring position and a single scores the tying run, then you go and try to get Ohtani with the lefty. But with him still at first base, you tell Adam, you just can't let him hit the ball in the air. You've got to keep it down, and if he gets a single off of you, so be it. Then you've got the righty still.
They didn't come out?
Betts to get.
They asked him.
Did they get it? What did he say?
David says they asked him, and it was answered. If Hai-Sung Kim steals that bag, that you just put Shohei on, and then stick with Adam to
go against the right-hander.
But again, to me, it's crazy to think. Yeah, let's hear it. It's crazy to think. Yeah, I'm going to leave. And again, matchups aren't everything. We know that. You just gave the small sample size. But for me, I thought to myself, because what do I always say? If I'm a manager, I'm managing to cover my own ass here a lot. I am. I'm trying to win a ball game, but it's not. I'm managing. I want to be able to go explain, why I did that.
You had more home warming. You stuck with Jason. You take us through that.
Yeah, stuck with Jason. I felt good about the matchups past at bats between Ohtani and Adam and Betts and Adam. Kind of just went with my gut a little bit on that one, but also felt good about Jason's history against the Dodgers too. And I felt like I had Adrian ready for Freeman then after that. So a little bit of a roll of the dice, I guess, more than traditional, but felt really good with Jason out there on the mound against those hitters.
All right, there it is. Asked and answered. I thought, he's like, yeah, what was my gut? Oh, I'm fine with that.
He's so refreshingly honest.
Refreshing, dude.
It's
He
awesome.
really is. It is a refreshing thing. But I literally was worried for his well-being. If Shohei takes him deep or hits one off the wall and they tie the game, I'm like, oh, you're dead. You're dead. This is it. They're gonna.
One of those. We say it all the time. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's right.
Again.
But the reward.
The reward.
You didn't have to even bring in more at home.
Correct. And now
you've got him still today, fresh and ready to go. Is pretty solid if it works out. And the gut has been pretty good for Craig Stammen so far.
It has. And who the F am I to question Craig Stammen? Like I said, man, he knows his players way better. I literally was just like, this is going to bury him. If this backfires on it, it's going to bury him. And we would have come in this morning, I feel like, and said, that's a rookie mistake you can't make, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Yeah, you're
100%
right. No, you're
right.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think I try to be fair about it, but yeah, I mean, it's an easy criticism.
It's an easy criticism. It's low-hanging fruit for a manager. How rare is it to hear a manager these days go, yeah, I went with my gut a little bit. They never do.
Never.
And I liked that. So it worked. Again, good result. Process is able to be questioned, I think, fairly.
Paulie, good job in finding that clip quickly. I did not hear that after the game last night, so glad to hear Craig Stammen's answer about that. Also, want to congratulate officially Gavin Sheets on his first ever Player of the Week award, National League Player of the Week yesterday. Now, he went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in the game, but still impacted with one of the best defensive plays
100%.
of the game, the diving stop that prevented what could have been a big inning in the making for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So Gavin Sheets not known necessarily for the defense. He's picked the ball really well at first base. I feel like a lot of those hard shots have gotten by him, but that one did not. It was a really nice play, and then to get the force at second base, make a tough throw with a runner in the lane in front of him. Wanted to make sure that Gavin Sheets got recognized because obviously the offensive hero last week, but makes a big defensive play last night. Again, that 1-0 game, little tiny things like that make such a huge difference in a game like that.
That ball was smoked. Absolutely smoked. I mean, he just fell on top of it, and you can see it. He didn't even glove it cleanly, but to get up, have the presence of mind to set his feet, get the lead runner. Just a really, he's just such a good player and such a good dude. So glad that he's here.
I was more impressed with the throw than the stop.
Around Freeman.
And tall guy running in the, on the inside of the baseline.
Yep.
It was a very impressive throw to get the lead runner in a big spot late in the game. That's huge.
Huge spot.
There was a split second where I was like, they're not going to get anything out of this.
In a split second, you coach Little League. You're like, take that out.
Please just get somebody.
Get somebody. We got to collect outs here, guys.
Like, all right, we're good. One
was
out,
great.
first and third.
It was great. It was a great win, man. It was a great baseball game. And if you're a Dodger fan, yeah, you're pissed. But like Yamamoto pitched his balls off last night. He was fantastic. He's nasty, dude. He's
one mistake to Miguel Andujar.
One mistake to Andujar. I mean, the rest was like he had us flummoxed. his splitter. I mean, the first 2 pitches of the game, he throws Toddy 2 splitters. And I'm like, I can't even say anything. Those are incredible pitches in the zone 95% of the time. And then just boop. And you swing right over the top of him. He's a brilliant, brilliant pitcher.
All right, when we come back, I want to get Ryan's perspective on the atmosphere last night. Obviously, I was watching from home, saw plenty of blue in the stands, but heard a lot of Padres fans as well. And
it's loud, man. Loud, yeah.
I think that an observation that Paulie made before the show today that I just have to bring up just did make me laugh quite a bit.
Yep.
We'll get to that coming up. We'll also have Don't Do This and much more in our second hour of Ben and Woods on a Tuesday morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So after 7 innings from Yoshinobu Yamamoto last night, the Dodgers brought in K. Hurt as their reliever. And Paulie, before the show, this is just a genius observation. He goes, K, it's Kyle Hurt?
You were
looking at
watching the game?
No, I was just watching. I wasn't even paying attention to his last name last night. I was looking at the box score this morning, though, and I saw K. Hurt under the Dodgers pitching side, and I go, his name's Kyle, isn't it?
Yeah, right-handed reliever, Kyle Hurt.
Kyle Hurt. And I go, we have Kyle Hart.
Yes.
Right.
They have Kyle Hurt.
Yes.
And then I said, they have Freddie Freeman. We have Freddie Freeman.
Oh, yeah. And then he goes, wait.
They have
Haesung Kim. We had Ha-Sung Kim. Is there any more?
I don't know, but this is starting to get really weird.
And Ben said, if we can trade for the A's Max Muncy, because AJ loves bids, and he loves bids because you see the guys that he drafts, and you're like, AJ, really? He's
Homer
like, all right,
Bush,
yeah,
Barry Wiener,
John Penis. Like you read it, and you're like, you're in there doing bits in the 12th round, 4th round, or whatever you're doing.
Dylan Head.
Yes, of course. I mean, of course.
Mucho straight. Timu Padres, Timu Dodgers. I don't know what's going on here, but that's weird, isn't it?
It's so
just a little weird.
It's so strange. Like, please get Max. He's a good player too. Get Max Muncy here would be incredible. It's Max, and they're born on the same day. They're not related.
I'm sure we can find another Will Smith to put on the Padres roster at some point.
There is another pitcher, I think, named Will Smith. Yeah, there's a pitcher named Will Smith. Let's do it. If we're gonna do it, let's do it right.
Get that new shortstop, Buki Metz.
Yeah, Buki Metz would be amazing. And then there's, of course, it reminds us of one of the greatest films of all time.
They got the golden arches. Mine is the golden arcs. I see they got the Big Mac. I got the Big Mac. We both got 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions. But they use a sesame seed bun. My buns have no seeds.
No seeds.
Totally different.
Yeah, totally different. Yeah, they got Kyle Hurt. We've got Kyle Hart.
Kyle Hurt, by the way, Torrey Pines. I played against him in high school.
No, really?
Wow. Popped out, didn't strike out though.
How's his Toddy hit him pretty good. Got him pretty good last night.
27 years old, born in Rancho Santa Fe, California.
Nice. Very nice.
0.69 ERA so far this season.
Yeah, where'd he come from?
Dodgers
Rancho Santa Fe.
They just add guys to the roster and they start performing well. That's what the Dodgers do. We've got Ryan Cohen, John Boy Media, Padres fan extraordinaire in studio. Wanted to ask you about the atmosphere last night. I'm watching at home on television, obviously, as Sea Dodgers fans, but every time they started making noise, I thought I heard Padres fans kind of respond. What was your experience last night?
I mean, from the train ride down until the last out, I saw a lot of Dodger fans getting booed as they walked around either on the train or through the stadium. I was on the first base side, so definitely more Padres fans over there than closer to the Dodgers dugout. But it was an electric atmosphere on a Monday night. Now, I know rivalry game, it's probably going to be electric no matter what, but it's still a game in May with a full crowd, and the Dodgers fans didn't have a ton to cheer about. A 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Padres fans were going nuts on the Andujar homer when Miller came out. That was the first time I got to see it.
Incredible.
First time at Petco for that, and just the lights shining. It was pretty special. It was a great night.
It's so, like, to see it on television gets you out of your seat. Yeah. I can't even imagine what it's like to see it in person. I haven't seen it yet in person.
Players do seem to enjoy the atmosphere of those games. I saw Sammy asked Nick Castellanos about, the first one. And as Nick would do, he's very honest. He goes, well, I haven't done it yet. I've been in other big rivalry games before. Looking forward to seeing it. After the game, Miguel Andujar was asked about his first, experience of the Padres Dodgers rivalry. And they do seem to feel that intensity of the crowd. Just kind of adds to the stakes. It makes it more fun, I think, for everybody to play in a game like this. Even though it's only May, it does have a much more impactful feel than you'll get for a regular season game in most places.
Yeah, Xander said after the game, he goes, I'll be honest, that ninth inning, it was as close to the playoffs as it could be. I mean, you're just a wreck watching Miller throw the ball all over the place.
I have to stop myself and remember, neither outcome is going to determine the season. You win the game, it doesn't guarantee anything. You lose the game, it's fine. You bounce back tomorrow, because it does feel especially in a close game like that you just have to win it.
I know.
You just have to win it,
So
in
fun,
a
though.
game like that. But you're not going to beat them every time. They're not going to beat you every time. You're going to play your season series, and you got to accept some of the results and not lose your mind over it every single time.
Yeah, and again, I mean, you leave there with a victory, but you don't leave there as a Padre fan feeling any better about the state of the offense or anything like that. You're not like, whoa. I mean, I actually was watching Manny last night. Manny's my guy, but like that dude swung through pitches that he has traditionally murdered. Now, we talked to Eno Saris last week. We'll talk to him again this week, and he goes, I'm not worried about him. His bat speed's still good. Oh, okay. Timing's off, whatever. But we have a good enough sample size here to go, and worry is the wrong word. I actually had a guy DM me last night. How worried are you? I go, I'm not worried. I'm not. I'm going to enjoy these guys playing really good, inspired baseball right now, really clean baseball. But it is odd to see. I mean, he missed a hanger in the 7th. He missed that 2-seamer that floated right out over the heart of the plate. He was
glad to see him take the walk.
Glad to see him take the walk.
But
he was a second behind that little 2-seamer that he threw, and it was right there in his happy zone, and he missed it. And the hanger he missed later. Even Mud was like, oh, and Mud rarely does it. He said, oh man, he missed a hanger. You feel fine about Tatis' line shot off of a guy's ankle or whatever, but again, he's not lifting the baseball. He's not giving you any sense that he's figured it out. Jackson Merrill, I mean, again, it's you don't leave feeling any better. The same problems exist before tonight's game.
It's just one of those games where it's easier because it was Yamamoto.
Yeah.
And you're just, he's like, it's Skubal, it's Valdez,
right.
It's Skeens.
He's
where
a
you're just
top
like, hey,
5
man,
pitcher.
He's one of the best arms on the planet.
Not a guy
and Michael King was just a little bit better.
Not a guy that you're going to get right against most of the time. I mean, he has his, when he gave up that home run, I go, oh, thank God we're going to get Yama meatballs tonight. No, sir.
No, he was.
No, sir.
So and I agree with you, Paulie. I mean, you were never going to score 9 against Yamamoto. Padres did well against some good starting pitching in Seattle.
Very well.
But now here's the trick. You have a game like this against Yamamoto, it doesn't mean anything. You let Evan Sheehan dominate you again today, and then
He's
you're right.
good.
He's good, but he's beatable. He's got a 4.5 ERA. You can score some runs. I'm not saying they need to score 10, but I don't want to see one run again tonight.
Can Michael King pitch
then
again
you're
tonight?
right. Then you're right back in the what happened to the offense, and you're trying to find it again. You found it temporarily in Seattle. Bounce back today, score some runs, and let's keep it going.
This is the baseball season. It's just one long series of being tortured day after day and thinking that you have something figured. Because I'll tell you this right now, I can almost promise you, if those 3 got it going, the other 6 guys are going to fall off the table. We all know how this works.
It's been really funny showing up to work every day with people who are diehard baseball fans.
Yeah.
They're not staying up till 2:00 in the morning watching the Padres every night,
right,
on the East Coast. And they go, hey, how you feeling about the Pods? Well, great. In some ways, we're winning. We're in first place.
Right.
I'm feeling amazing. Our 3 best hitters have been horrible. Our starting rotation is meh at best. The bullpen's incredible, obviously. But I just don't know how to feel. And I think I've resorted to just hope they win tonight and enjoy that if they do, and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah,
and I just kind of can't think about the bigger picture right now.
Flush it if they lose. Keep hoping the day will come when you'll see a week of good ABs put together by the big 3. But we all know how baseball works. Again, those guys will start hitting, and Sheets will go ice cold, and Laureano will get cold again, and Ty France will forget how to hit. It just is the way it goes. No one ever has an offense where all 9 are clicking, man, for 2 months at a time.
The same thing everyone's saying about Toddy and Manny, shoot them off to the moon, DFA them, option them, whatever. Like, we'll be having those conversations. Hey, is it time do you have to send Ty France down for a few
you have to
days
cut Ty France, right.
Does he got to get right? Like, we're going to have those conversations throughout the year about just about everybody.
Yep.
I will illustrate what we're all kind of feeling about the Padres and how this start just doesn't make a lot of sense in our heads as we go through the rest of baseball. Let's get to an early MLB reach around, Paulie.
They're doing the
reach around.
They're doing the
reach around.
Everybody's doing the
reach around. It's the Ben and Woods look at the rest of Major League Baseball. We'll start in the NL West. And here's the example. Nolan Arenado, Diamondbacks, hit his 7th home run, grand slam last night, and the Diamondbacks beat the Giants 12-2. Nolan Arenado probably outperforming all expectations. Diamondbacks are at 500, though. It's like, yeah, Padres are getting less production from Manny Machado than the Diamondbacks are offensively from Nolan Arenado. But the Padres are doing so much better in the standings than the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Which is really what all that matters.
It doesn't make a ton of sense right now. The Rockies beat the Rangers 7-6. Mackenzie Gore had to leave that game for the Rangers after just one inning. Haven't seen an injury update there, but Bears a little further following up. The Brewers beat the Cubs 9-3. Jake Bauers hit his 7th home run, drove in 4, and Milwaukee all of a sudden has pulled within a half a game of the Chicago Cubs in the NL Central. Padres now have the second best record in the National League behind only the Atlanta Braves. They passed the Cubs last night with the win. Phillies over the Reds 5-4, 16-4 now for the Phillies since Don Mattingly took over as manager. Got their 5th straight win last night on a Bryson Stott go-ahead 2-run home run in the 8th inning.
They're feeling it, man. Feeling it.
Just a reminder that even great teams have off nights. The Marlins shut out the Braves 12-0.
All right.
The 8-9 hitters for the Marlins both drove in 4. Including a grand slam for Javier Sanoja in the 9 slot. This was a weird game. Mets-Nationals were tied 5-5 going to the 10th. The final score was 16-7 Mets. The Mets scored 10 runs in the 12th inning to pull away. They ended up throwing in position player pitching at the end of the game for the Washington Nationals.
Wow.
It's the first time I think I saw in like over 40 years that a team has scored double digits in an extra inning in a Major League Baseball game.
It's quite a few runs.
It is a lot. Red Sox beat the Royals 3-1. Sonny Gray outdueling Seth Lugo and getting a 2-run home run from Wilson Contreras to lead Boston. Yankees got some late home runs. Cody Bellinger tying 2-run shot in the 7th, and Jazz Chisholm off the pole. Go-ahead 2-run home run later that inning as they beat the Blue Jays 7-6. The Guardians got a home run from Jose Ramirez and 3 RBIs as they topped the Tigers 8-2. Junior Caminero hit his third.
Tigers are in the torture chamber.
Since Scooble's been out, they've
dropped 6 or
They've
7.
been bad, but they say Scooble's already throwing bullpens.
Yep.
He had that new nano needle surgery for his loose bodies. I guess Blake Snell's going to do the same thing.
Snell, he's like, damn it.
They're going to make me come back here, aren't they?
The long one. I wanted the 4-month recovery. Damn it.
So, he's already throwing bullpens just like a week or two after surgery. They need him back, obviously, because they've been struggling. This was a wild one. Junior Camanero's 13th home run, the Rays 16-6 win over the Orioles. Did anyone flip over to the Angels-A's game?
You told me to.
When the Padres game ended. So,
and I did, but I missed the last
going to the
inning.
9th inning, it was scoreless. JT Ginn of the A's had a no-hitter, but of course, the A's hadn't scored. Then they score in the top of the 9th. So Ginn has a chance in the bottom of the 9th to close out the no-hitter
1-0
and win it 1-0. Adam Frazier, former Padre, comes up, singles to break up the no-hitter. They don't take out Ginn. They leave him in. The next batter, Zach Neto, hits a walk-off 2-run home run. Not only does he not get the no-hitter, he loses the game 2-1 in the 9th inning in Anaheim.
It's tough, too, because, Paulie said, well, as soon as he gave up the hit, he was only at 99 pitches, right? So as soon as he gives up the hit, Paulie said, why didn't you take him out? And I go, if I'm Kotze, I'm like, this guy has pitched his guts out. Let's see if he, it's a single, right? If he gives up a home run and now the game's tied. He gave up a single. Let's see if this dude can finish it, get the CG shutout win. And he didn't. Gave up the homer to Neto, and it's a weird sport. Makes no sense.
Don't know much about Ginn.
Listen to the Angels and then listen to the A's.
Inning for the first time. Here's a fly ball, center field. Hits it well. Bolte is back near the wall. It's gone! Unbelievable! What a finish! Zach Neto says goodnight to the A's, and JT Ginn walks it off with a home run.
That's the win. And Jenny Kavnar and Dallas Braden on the other side of things.
To center field, going back is Henry Bolte at the track, leaping up, and a home run for Zach Neto. A 2-1 walk-off win on a home run. What a gut punch for the Athletics.
No hitter through 8, and then single home run, game over.
That's so
you
tough.
lose.
That is so tough. What an unfair
God.
sport.
JT Ginn's next start will come this weekend at Petco Park against the Padres.
Fantastic.
So see how he bounces back after that performance. Near no-hitter ends up with the loss. Finally, one day after making his major league debut against the Padres, Cole Emerson hit his first home run for the Seattle Mariners. They got 6 shutout innings from Brian Wu, and they snapped their losing skid with a 6-1 win over the White Sox. Congratulations on your investment in Colt Emerson baseball cards.
I literally went to my Mariners section and was how many do I have? How many? There we go.
Thank you.
And that is your MLB Reacharound for a Tuesday morning. All right, Paul.
Excellent reach around.
Paul will have an early Reindl report because coming up in the second half of the show, Jesse Agler, the Incorporator, voice of the Padres at 8:35, and then Katie Wu from The Athletic in studio from 9 to 10 o'clock. But when we come back, it's time for Don't Do This on a Tuesday morning.
I heard the Dodgers announcers were crying about somebody that we love last night.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, that's coming up next after a check of traffic. Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I mentioned I was on the base yesterday at North Island, Coronado. May is Military Appreciation Month. Did you know Trajan Wealth, a veteran-led company? And just as our heroes safeguard our freedoms, Trajan Wealth's family office committed to safeguarding your financial future with the same integrity, bringing your retirement, tax, and estate planning all under one roof. To get started, just go online to TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com, or give them a call, 1-855-TRAJAN1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN1. Offices locally at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. You just need a little financial get right here as you head toward retirement, whether it's a few years away or a couple of decades away. You want to make sure that your plan is going to suit your lifestyle. And when you get to the age of retirement, you're not going to be wondering, do I have enough money to retire? How do you take that money out? They can give you great advice and help with you with your investments. Take a look at your old 401ks like they did with me. Check them out today. Doesn't hurt to give them a call. Again, 855-TRAJAN1, or just go online to TrajanWealth.com to get the process started. TRAJANWealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Now let's get right to DDT on a Tuesday, and we will start with an update of yesterday's story. Pete Crow Armstrong clapping back at a female fan in Chicago.
She said,
on the South Side,
"You suck."
And he said, we can't really say any of the words other than my.
He said,
it's
blank, my blanking blank.
I'll just
kick my freaking shin.
No, it wasn't that. It was a lower half body part is the last word. You've got that. That part is correct.
That's true. Blank, my blanking blank.
PCA addressed, and I thought did a pretty good job addressing it yesterday. Said, quote, "I regret my choice of words the most and who that affects in my life, directly or indirectly. I don't think that any of the women in my life would think that I would say those kind of words regularly. I'm just bummed out about the word choice and a bunch of little kids going to social media and seeing that as well." It went viral, of course, and he said, "I saw the cameras in my face. It's not like I didn't. I'm definitely aware of the fact
They
that
got
it is
me.
blown up. I am intense on the field. In a moment like that, I think I let it get away from me a little bit."
That's one. He says it. He turns around and he walks back to center field and he goes, "That's going to be on the internet in about 30 seconds."
Yeah. Again, not it doesn't need to be suspended or anything like that. You know what I mean? Just a poor choice of words for PCA. It happens. Saw last night this come across, and if you know the San Diego Padres, synonymous with Bobby Cressy, the great Bobby Cressy, the organist for the Padres. Now, last night, a very rare Monday night appearance for Bob Cressy. Usually just works the day games, right? And I saw a guy tweet at him and said, "Just got a text from my Padres fans in L.A. saying the Dodgers broadcasters are complaining the organ at Petco Park is too loud and they can't hear themselves think," at Bobby Cressy. Bobby wrote back, "Bro." And then we got tagged in it a bunch.
First of all, love that they brought in Bobby for a night game on a
me
Monday.
too,
Again,
dude.
it's awesome.
Motion to just have Bobby every game.
Well, I mean, maybe Bobby doesn't want that either. He's got a family. And
pay him to.
And, secondly, while Petco Park certainly can get loud, the speakers are loud.
Yeah.
It's nothing compared to Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, you were saying when you were at the playoff game.
It is literally the loudest, most unpleasant auditory experience of my sports watching life.
It got to you real good,
going
dude.
to Dodger Stadium. I wanted to cry by the end of the game. Their speakers were so loud and so constant the entire game. And maybe it was because I was way up near the top by the speakers, but it was the worst thing forever. And for Dodgers announcers to be complaining about Bobby, who is just a beautiful musician, brilliant musician,
beautiful man,
and a beautiful man. I think they need to apologize.
We don't have the audio, but it probably sounded like, gosh, this is so loud in here. I can't even hear myself think. Something to that nature. Sounded like a guy vomiting into his microphone. Again, that's my best impression.
There will be no Bobby Cressy slander allowed in the city of San Diego.
None. Never. No, and especially not from Joe Davis, for the love of God.
Joanna says, Ben, you need to go to Yankee Stadium. Nonstop noise effects. Ryan Cohen, you've been to Yankee Stadium a few times.
Way?
It's pretty loud there, too?
It's been better this year, I will say, but last year was horrible, and I still think Dodger Stadium is louder and worse.
Crazy.
Okay.
What? Do we need all these bells and whistles?
Dude, Yankee Stadium feels like a DJ set with a side of baseball.
No kidding.
Every pitch.
Gosh.
There was the
old
2-1
stadium
pitch,
didn't feel that way.
A 2-1 pitch to Arise last year when the Padres were there in May, and they were playing like Coldplay riffs in the middle of it. I was like, dude,
in the middle of
what
the
is
pitch.
going on?
Oh
bro?
my gosh, man. That's doesn't surprise me.
All right, finally, a little do this.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
And this actually has nothing to do with sports, but it came across my feed yesterday, and I believe it is genuine. I tried to look it up to make sure it wasn't AI or just some post that got around. But a guy named Robert posted this on the internet about, he said, the craziest experience at the airport.
Is this real?
I think it's real.
I think I know
Did you
what
see
you're
it too?
talking about.
I love it. It's a do this. He says, we're about to board a flight to Atlanta when the pilot from the incoming plane walks out of the jetway. Guy probably late 50s, salt and pepper hair, military look. The kind of pilot you instantly feel good about seeing on your flight. Pilot walks over to the counter, gets on the PA system, and starts addressing everyone. Folks, I've been doing this a long time. Flying one of these jets is easy. The hard part is looking at 130 people and telling them their flight is going to be delayed. Audible groans throughout the boarding gate. Most people here are flying to Atlanta as a layover before another flight. 130 people just had their day become a complete mess. Pilot goes on. I get it. Trust me. But here's the deal. During our landing, we had a small mechanical issue. I'm not your pilot for the next leg, but I don't feel confident the jet's safe to fly until we have a mechanical team look it over, and I don't feel comfortable asking the next pilots to fly you guys until we get confirmation. Points at the agents next to him behind the counter. Now, none of this is the agent's fault. Please be kind to them. I'm the one who made this decision, not them. So any inconvenience you experience is my fault. Just please know I don't do this lightly. I'm only doing this because I believe it's in the best interest of everyone's safety. Because now this is where the story gets crazy. Pilot puts the microphone down, grabs his suitcase, and all the people in the gate start clapping. Says, I'm not joking. Everyone starts clapping for the guy. 130 people who just had their travel plans ruined give an ovation to the guy who made the decision and delivered the message. And he says, it's honestly one of the best examples of strong communication, strong leadership for that matter, seen in a long time. Just decency and transparency. You don't believe it?
No, I think you got, kid.
Really?
Sounds like AI.
Yeah, it's, that guy that posted that is from the
Nigeria.
West Indies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
well,
totally...
you know what? Even if it's fake, it's a good message to remember that you should always be transparent and honest in your communication with people.
Yeah, it's fake. It's got to be fake.
Totally fake?
Gotta be.
Got me? Well, still a good message.
Don't do this.
The line where he said it looks like the kind of pilot you want to have.
Yeah,
That sounded like AI.
It sounds like AI. Yeah.
You're a sweet kid, though.
You're a sweet kid, though, man.
Liked it, though.
It's so sad, though, that we have come to the point where you hear that, you're like, yeah, that people being nice, there's no way that could happen. That's such BS. It's just, it's out of control. Yeah, and everyone stood up and started clapping for that. Yes, thank you. Where's the tweet? Hang on. let me just get to the
Show him. Yeah, you can probably take one look at it and know.
All right, pop it up. Robert Sterling is verified.
Robert Sterling, yeah.
So he definitely wants to make it's in his bio. Don't take anything I say here seriously. So click on Robert.
I get that, but if they wanted you to fake you out, they wouldn't say that, right?
Yeah, he's from Vibeland, USA.
All right, people put whatever they want.
Okay,
exactly. That's what made it feel more real to me. Like it didn't feel like he was trying to fake people out.
Yeah, I think that you got.
All right, well,
That's
fine.
okay. You're a sweet kid.
All right, let's don't do this for a Tuesday.
And also don't.
Apparently.
Yeah.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
I try to be pretty savvy when it comes to such things, but no one is immune to all of it.
No.
You get got more than I get got.
Never. I never
get got way more than I get got.
I get got by real scammers, not Twitter scammers.
We're going to do a little early Reindl Report, some headlines from Paulie. Anything you want to tease us on? Are we going to play that audio that we saw yesterday from the
Yeah, I was
Blessing with
thinking
the
about
Boys
playing
guys?
that.
Yeah.
The most offensive thing that Dean Spanos has ever done, and,
Wow.
and that includes moving from San Diego.
Wow, more than that. Wow.
Okay, there's a good
It's the
tease.
most offensive thing I've ever seen or heard.
There is a good tease for you. Well, we'll get to that coming up next. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, let me tell you about my friends over at Sedano Ford in La Mesa. I was at my mother-in-law's house yesterday. Now, she has two big trucks that she got at Sedano Ford. Loved her experience. Want to send you guys down there to get you in the car or truck of your dreams. They have the Memorial Day. Obviously, savings are happening all month long. Now, Manny Sedano is a veteran. He runs a local veteran-owned dealership built on the kind of grit and integrity that you can get, that you only get from somebody that's served. This isn't just a sale. It's a month-long tribute to our community and those who have sacrificed for it. And Manny, being a guy that gives back, he's opened up Ford employee pricing to everyone from now until the end of the month. I bet my mother-in-law would have liked that deal. She didn't get it, but she got some other great deals at Sedano Ford twice. You pay exactly what the employees pay. It's honest, transparent, and patriotic. No games. Just getting you in the car or truck of your dreams. The 2026 Ford F-150, just $478 a month with only $1,000 down, or getting to the versatile Ford Maverick XL for an incredible $369 a month. So, listen, don't go fight the crowds. Get down there today. Support a veteran-owned business that actually stands for something. Drive home in a Ford you'd be proud of. Do me a favor, too. Let them know Woodsy sent you when you go down there. More details can, of course, be found at sedanoford.com. It's Sedano Ford in La Mesa, sedanoford.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Have our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable coming up Thursday after we were off last week for Padres baseball. One of these days, if Ryan Cohen is in town, maybe he can be our guest panelist.
Well, that'd be awesome, dude.
On an Epic Roundtable.
Back in July?
All right, Adam, keep that in mind.
Nice.
Extend the invitation.
Ryan, can you come in?
But
real quick. I was wondering about John Boy working at John Boy. Do most people, like, you're a Padres fan, you're the Padres guy in the office. Like, are most of your coworkers fans of individual teams? Are most Yankees fans? Is everybody just a baseball fan / content creator?
I'd put it at like 70% Yankees, 20 to 25% Mets, and then there are a few of us that like
sprinkled in. Isn't there an Angels fan?
We have an
running around?
Angels
Yeah.
fan, Tigers, Mets, Padres, D-backs. I think that's Phillies.
Got it, but a lot of New York.
A lot of New York. And then the question I get a lot is like, well, I'm a huge Reds fan. Like, you guys need a Reds guy. John Boy Media does not hire based on what team you love.
Yeah.
You have to be a good fit for a ton of different reasons
Right.
and do a bunch of different things.
This isn't
And
like
if-
the Bleacher Report network where they have one guy for each team or whatever.
That would be funny. They're like, all right, today we're interviewing all Marlins fans. And there's just a bunch of Marlins fans. No, I love the Marlins. Like, do you love the Marlins? Are you just trying to get a gig?
The number of DMs I get being like, I know everything about the A's. I'm like, that's
That's
so
awesome,
cool.
dude. That's great. That's great. Good luck.
what I want to know is when you pass him in the halls, do you go, hi, John Boy, or do you go like, hi, Jimmy, or what do you refer to him as?
I don't pass him in the halls. I sit next to him.
Okay, you sit next to him.
I thought you were going to say you're not allowed to
What do
look
you
him in the
call
eye.
him?
Jim.
You
Usually
go
Jim.
Jim. Just Jim.
Yeah. I text him all. I mean, I text him more than I text my parents. Like, I'm talking to him all the time. We're working on stuff constantly.
You know what I call Woods when we're not on the air?
You
Woods.
don't.
Yeah,
You don't
Woods.
call
True.
me
Don't call me.
when we're off the air. Never calls me.
So anyway, Epic Roundtable on Thursday.
Can't wait.
And I was setting up some of my questions, and one that I wanted to do but now seems kind of pointless is,
are you worried about the offense?
no,
Yes.
it's who's been the best pickup in the offseason so far by A.J. Preller. A couple weeks ago, I think, Walker Buehler, you got to Miguel Andujar is the
Andujar is
answer for
unbelievable.
everybody. There's no real debate now who has been the best offseason pickup for the Padres. It's been Miguel Andujar.
Ty France, maybe a small argument.
I mean,
but
there's small
Andujar's
arguments
yeah,
for
right,
other people. Walker Buehler has been important. It was a nice pickup for sure. But
You should do that with the draft style
I know
format.
First pick is obviously
and Duhar goes
Andujar.
off the board, and then somebody's got to argue for why Herman Marquez was the greatest.
That's true.
back.
We could do it like the draft. But man, that guy has just been Such a lifesaver for the Padres so far this season.
Again, you get him over here working with Steven Souza Jr., right? And the next thing you know, he is off to a career.
I love the story you told. Was it last week when you're at spring training and you were talking to the skipper? Was it? Who were you talking to about Miguel Andujar? And he said, I know it was Jesse who told the story where he says, he can hit left-handers really well. And Stanley goes, he can hit right-handers
too. Right-handers too. Yeah.
And
yeah,
yes.
The platoon bit is
he's been out there against righties consistently now, and he's still the only guy that seems to be able to hit and has been able to hit since the start of the season.
Yeah, he's been great.
So he's been terrific. All right, Paulie's got some Reindl Report headlines. We'll get to those right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego brake lights westbound on the 94 from Kelton Road to past the 805. There's a crash here involving a motorcycle. The left lane is blocked by the fire department.
This traffic report is brought to you by Frozen Ropes Baseball and Softball Training Facilities. Register for Frozen Ropes Baseball Summer League with 8 games and 8 practices for ages 6 to 12 at SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. That's SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, I dropped my water bottle. All right. Let's get started here, gentlemen. A little early this morning on the Reindl Report. We teased it. I was being a little bit tongue-in-cheek when my tease was the most offensive thing Dean Spanos and the Spanos family have ever done in the Chargers. Of course, I don't actually mean that. I know moving San Diego from San Diego to LA,
pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. But
Too bad.
this interview going around,
But it's all connected, right? There's a connection
100%,
here to that.
100%.
Right. So,
of course, we go back to, what was it, 2004?
This was great. A while ago.
The Eli Manning draft. And we got the story a couple of days ago. Eli was doing the Bussin' with the Boys podcast, and they asked him what happened in San Diego.
Right.
And when I heard...
But he said, I'm not going. I'm not going there. I don't want to play there. And
Remember,
hold on, quickly. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, you know what? I was ticked off at Eli.
How bad?
I mean, pretty bad. I mean, who would not want to come to San Diego?
I mean, even before, like with the way everything went down, 12 years later or whatever, like before this clip, I said Eli's vindicated. Like he's off the hook.
When you hear this, you're like,
and then I heard the clip and I go, are you effing kidding me? So
crazy.
here's Eli explaining what happened with him and the Chargers.
What exactly was wrong with the Chargers? I just didn't feel like they were the most committed team to winning at the time. Marty Schottenheimer was the head coach, who was awesome, had great respect for him, but like they came to work me out in New Orleans, went to dinner, and like there was just friction between, the head coach, general manager, like the owners. They're all like yelling, kind of like fighting. We're at a Marriott like restaurant, and Schottenheimer's mad that he's like, we're in New Orleans, we're eating at a Marriott, and so he's like pissed. They're like kind of just bickering, and it just didn't seem like there was a whole lot of like agreement on things, and like they were kind of like committed to building a great winning franchise at that moment. My parents really weren't supportive. My dad didn't like the idea. He came to my defense and supported me after everything was going down. But a lot of
he didn't like that you were kind of demanding, I don't want to go to San Diego.
Right. He didn't like that. And afterwards, he took like a blunt of a lot of the criticism because he came to my defense, and people were saying, "Oh, you played in New Orleans all those years, you didn't win, so you're trying to dictate like where your son's going." And he just kind of bit his tongue and said, "I'm just hey, this is what Eli wants to do, and I support him." And he kind of did some media to try to save me from doing all the media and taking the hits.
Dad wore it Dad wore it for his son hard.
Archie, I have newfound respect for Archie Manning, who told don't tell anybody where you want to go in the draft.
Yeah.
And then when Eli did, he took all the blame for it and did all the media for it, and never said
I don't agree with this
a word about it for 2+ decades until Eli just revealed that.
Chances that I just go, you're on your own, bud. This is a terrible mistake. Get up there and face the music, pal. Like trying to be Hardo dad.
Wow.
That's pretty cool, man.
All right.
Pretty
And
cool.
then, of course,
the Marriott
the
bit's
part
amazing.
that Paulie's talking about.
So they meet up with Eli to work him out. They're in New Orleans.
Marriott.
And they
AJ
decide.
Smith, Marty Schottenheimer, Dean Spanos,
And they're
obviously
bickering,
at dinner.
which is a terrible.
Well,
arguing.
AJ and Marty couldn't stand each other. I mean, obviously, that's why you got
Right.
rid of Marty for Norv Turner of all people. But I could totally picture them arguing.
The three
Can't
of
you
them.
can't you fake it?
Right.
With the guy you may want to draft 1-1.
But yeah, the big point. You're in one of the great food cities
course.
of the world. You got Brennan's. You got everywhere you can go. Commander's Palace.
Anything.
And you're eating at the Hotel Marriott. That's where you're taking Eli Manning. Of course he's not going to come to the Chargers after that.
Yeah, why don't you meet us in the hotel bar, buddy?
Eli, we're gonna do Jersey Mike's at 6:30. We'll see you down there, bud. All right. I can let you get a brownie. I mean, it is.
Hey, we got this one, Eli's way. It's like, oh wow,
Wow,
you guys really rolled out the red carpet for me. Jesus Christ,
It is crazy.
Oh.
That is crazy.
But yeah, I loved the stuff with Archie. I thought that was
I thought
really
that's-
really cool.
I think that's fascinating. You're like, hey man, I do not agree with this.
That's
but
my
I got
son.
your back.
I got your back.
I'll wear it, so
Yep.
you don't have to. That's
And
legendary.
also, if you are at a meeting, like you're a company, you're going in with multiple people to wine and dine someone. You can't be fighting with each
No,
other
you can't.
during that meeting. Put your best foot forward. My God.
yeah, you listening, Adam? Put your best foot forward. Okay.
All right, let's move on. Talk a little college hoops. Big recruiting get yesterday for the Oregon State men's basketball team. This was going around yesterday when they announced that they have signed 7'1". Let's see, where did I put it? 7'1" sophomore from Latvia.
Peteris.
Peteris
Pinnis.
Pinnis
Peteris
is his
Pinnis.
name. Peteris
Peter.
Pinnis?
It's basically spelled like Peter is Pinnis.
Peteris
Peteris.
Peteris,
Pinnis.
and then Pinnis.
Peteris Penis. He's
It might
officially
be
a
penis. It might be penis.
He's officially a Beaver as well. He plays for Oregon
He
State.
plays for the Beavers.
6 years old, by the way. I got tagged in this 40 times. I'm like, I saw it. I saw the Peteris penis.
It got sent
post.
to me many times as well.
I get it. He's also a Beaver. I get it.
It's very funny.
Funny.
He's
Again-
transferring from Providence. Did not play a lot last year. He only appeared in 18
Peteris
games.
Penis, was it Providence?
Peter
He was a friar.
He was a friar. Yeah.
He was a Peter's penis was a Providence friar. 7'1" sophomore. He's going to try to get a little more PT with the Beavers.
PP wants more PT? Oh my gosh. The announcer,
I mean,
the student announcer's like,
I'm sure in Latvia it's not that funny of a name.
it's Peteris Penis. Peteris Penis. So good, man. That was great.
Yeah.
He goes by Craig, right? Just call me Craig, dude. I'm over it. Craig Penis.
All right. And then finally, we'll just wrap it up with a little bit of fun here. A little bit of a social experiment because I saw this in the prep service.
All right,
and
strap
it's called,
in for this.
Yeah.
Everyone listening right now, take a deep breath and play along.
This is called laughing yoga, which I did not know was a thing. Laughing yoga. And so this viral clip, I don't even know how old this is. It looks like it was probably 15 years old and it's just going around again.
New to us.
New to us. But laughing yoga, it's a thing that this guy, he shared a side-by-side clip where he's talking with a doctor and they're split screen and it says that if you just see and hear somebody laughing in your brain, regardless of whether or not anything funny actually happened, you want to start laughing, and it brings those positive endorphins and everything because your brain doesn't know the context of whether anything was funny or not. It's just seeing laughter, and it's like a chemical response in your brain. So
it's laughter is contagious.
Laughing
It's
yoga,
the best medicine.
Here's
Best
how
medicine.
it went down with the doctor that he had on the screen, and you're gonna follow along and tell me if you guys start laughing here. You feel better about that?
Who knows? 95 said they also could be doing ketamine at the same time. That's also true. That could be.
They could have been on drugs.
That could have been. That was so good.
I have been told that when I break,
yes, it makes me laugh.
it lightens the mood of all of San Diego.
I've heard that.
I've heard that too. I have heard that as well. It is it's This guy says that skeeved me out. Yeah,
It started. I mean, he went from
weird.
calm, and then he's like dying laughing.
That's so contagious. If you guys start laughing, I start laughing. And if we start laughing, the audience is laughing. That's the old
5
rule.
years ago.
Otherwise known as ass.
Yeah. Article sound system.
Got him.
Got him good. That the drool?
Yeah,
that was the drool. Yeah, I just
We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. He's done, dude. This may be number one.
My stomach hurts.
This may be number one. Let me see if I can get you. All right, you look at me. Follow me. Do what I do. Ready? Ha
Ha
ha ha
ha ha
ha ha ha
ha ha ha
ha ha ha ha
ha ha ha.
You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
You know, it's funny. The ha's didn't do it. It's your smile.
It's the smile.
It's the smile.
It's the
that changes
evil look
things.
in my eye.
Yeah, it's the smile.
I think the takeaway here is smiling is good. Laughing,
Smiling and laughing.
best medicine.
That's right.
All right, coming up in our next hour, Jesse Agler will join us on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. We're also going to play some Take on Woods. Lots to get to. 2 hours remaining of Men and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we're halfway home on a Tuesday, a Victory Tuesday. 1-0 win over the Los Angeles Dodgers last night. What a great, great game it was. Your San Diego Padres. Michael King was outstanding. Big home run from Miggy Andujar and some really good defense. It was just a really incredible baseball game. Got to go out and win another one tonight, win the series. That would be spectacular because you got Shohei Ohtani pitching tomorrow. With of his not quite at 1 ERA yet. So he's been pretty filthy this year. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. We got Ryan Cohen in from John Boy Media hanging out with us. Did you see the news that Shohei will hit and pitch in San Diego?
We speculated yesterday.
Yeah.
It's the last few starts.
How many? He's
Dave
done
Roberts
it, though,
has
this
made
year.
the decision. The first couple he did.
That's
and
right.
then he was kind of slumping, and Dave Roberts said, you know what, we're just going to have him pitch, and he's not going to hit those days. And I think his last 3 starts, that's the way they've done it. But asked about it yesterday, and Dave Roberts said, we're leaning toward having Shohei do both.
That's the plan.
In the series finale tomorrow at 5:40.
I don't, as much as we want it to be, I don't think it's necessarily about the Padres. I do sense that it's more about Shohei Ohtani looking better at the plate, taking better ABs. That's my guess, and that's why you got Shohei Ohtani for $2 million a year, $7 billion deferred, because he is that unique player. They got a special rule in place for you to use it. You might as well use it, and the at bats look better, than they were. He was really scuffling for a while, and so I think it makes perfect sense. Again, I don't think it's about the Padres in general. I think it's about him being comfortable and feeling better.
I think it's always that age-old baseball debate. You've got a star player who's slumping. What's the best way to get him out of the slump? Sit him a little bit or keep playing him out of – you can't ever get hot sitting on the bench.
You can't – if it's I don't want to say any player, but a star player needs to hit his way out of a slump. You give him a day. A day's fine. But this whole, we got to bench Tatis for a week. We got to bench Manny for a week.
What's that going to do?
What's it do? It does nothing.
I mean, unless you're really like trying to rebuild a swing and give him 3 solid days in the cage with no.
If you're doing that in May, you're a huge problems. Huge.
But even if you are doing that, it doesn't hurt to give him some live ABs against real major league pitching. That's what you're going to be tested against anyway. Now, if you had an incredible backup who's just killing it, and you can give your guy a couple days off and you're not going to miss a beat because, well, your bench is just so deep, fine. But very few teams are like that.
But
and
even
certainly there's no Fernando Tatis Jr. extra ones just lying around for the Padres to stick in their lineup.
Yeah, give him a day. You want to give a guy a day off? Absolutely. Reset the brain. There's a million different things that I've heard works, that they try. They'll say, hey, man, don't hit it all today. Like, that's actually my buddy that played in the minors was like, oh, that would happen. Like, you're an 0 for 21 and you're grinding and you're setting up a tee in your bedroom, hitting into the mattress, right? You're losing your mind. And the skipper would come to him and go, nothing. Actually, go and get hammered. Like, go get drunk, go be with your friends, forget about this dumb game. Then when you get to the ballpark tomorrow, do your stretch, go get your work in, throw. He goes, don't hit off the tee, don't take front toss, don't do anything. Go into the game and remember, see the ball, hit the ball. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we all heard the story of the World Series or the playoffs a couple of years ago. Mookie was dying, and he's like, I'm going to go hit 500 balls out off the tee after the game. I'm going to do it again the next day. I'm going to do it again the day after. It worked for him. He came out of it and he was hitting it. So different strokes for different folks.
For another guy, you're right. 100%. Some guys, it's I'm going to hit until I can't pick up a bat
my hands
anymore.
are bleeding.
And
right.
then the other ones, it's like, don't even think about baseball for 2 days.
But it's not even certain guys respond one way and certain guys respond another way. I'll use golf as an example. My swing's off. Sometimes I need to go to the range, and the more balls I hit, and it finally clicks in. Oh, my wrist. I haven't been doing that. Other times I'll just take a week off, and then when I get back, hey, everything's fixed. It's just I needed some time off, and I needed to stop my muscle memory from doing the wrong things. Yeah. And it's never the same thing every single time. So there's no one solution fits all, even for the same player. 1 week we need to hit more. The next week you may need to hit less.
Yeah.
And you never know which one's the right answer.
Yeah, no question. So I just, with Shohei, I think it's a matter of we have this in place. We have the ability to do this. He's swinging the bat better. Let's get him in there to do it. Which is, I honestly, I think, I don't know if that helps or hurts the Padres. It's obviously hurts having him in the lineup. If you could have a Dodgers lineup with Shohei out of it, that's what you would pick every time. But run him down a little bit more doing both in one game. Do you have the opportunity to get to him more when he's doing both? Potentially, maybe. I mean, it was taking a toll on him. Hopefully it takes a toll on him tomorrow.
I think, well, I mean, I like him in the leadoff spot. I think that's, I think that's the place to keep putting him.
It's fine.
You know, I don't know that it's going to work or get him.
Well, if you had someone better, I would say, because Jackson Merrill's not a leadoff hitter. I think we've realized that. Ramon Laureano's not a leadoff hitter right now. I'm not putting Manny Machado at the top. I'm not putting Miggy at the top. I'm not putting maybe Xander. Maybe
Xander's
Gavin
probably
Sheets
the next
not a
one.
I'm not
leadoff
putting
hitter.
Gavin Sheets at the top. I'm not putting Song at the top. So I really don't have a problem. I don't have a problem.
I think of all the ones you mentioned, Bogarts is actually probably the best other choice.
But I also I like him and his ability to.
But he's not broken, so let's not try to fix him by moving him around a bunch.
That's right. Padre Bots and Sheets is our leadoff. Yeah, I mean he puts together some good ABs, but no, he's not a leadoff hitter. I think
stole a base the other day.
He did. And I had no problem with Toddy last night trying to steal that back.
He's gotten caught a few too many times. I think that was the 6th caught stealing of the season.
He got like 12,
13, I think, stolen bases, 12 or 13. That's not a great percentage. You want to be stealing, at least 5 or 6 times more than you get caught would be good.
Yeah, I mean, get him into scoring position. I had no problem with it. I like being aggressive there, trying to get another run. I have no problem with it whatsoever. He would have been great if he made it. He didn't.
Little stat here that I didn't realize, saw it in Kevin Acey's newsletter. The Padres hit the most line drives in the last 4 days. Manny Machado, 5 of them. He has only gotten 1 hit on them, but starting to show some signs that he is swinging the bat a little bit better, just not getting the results necessarily. Had the double as well on Sunday.
He's missing his pitch. He's missing his pitch more than I've ever seen that man miss his pitch in all the time he's been here. And he's, I love Manny, but there's no defense. There's no defense right now for some of the ABs that you're seeing. And really the mistakes and the cookies that he's missing. I wish I had the ability to miss as many cookies as Manny Machado has right now. Literal cookies, though. But no, I'm not eating a donut. I can't believe all the monsters. I've been so good. It's 8:09. There's VG's Donuts in here, and I have not touched one.
You are impressive with your donut willpower.
I'm not going to do it, man.
Even after all my weight loss, I do not have the donut willpower when it's sitting right in front of me.
They're so good. So good.
It's much easier for me just to not go get something. I can do that. I can you know what?
Oh yeah. I can
I'd
say
love a donut, but I'm not going to get it. Right. I'm not going to go out of my way.
Somebody
but
brings
when it's
it
right
to you?
in front of me. That's where the willpower evaporates.
Yeah, for sure.
I just have to stay away from the temptations.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with you about Manny right now. I just don't see a lot of it.
And I wouldn't even say that I am necessarily taking a strong opinion that Manny is breaking out of it. I'm just pointing out that there has been a few more line drives. There was the double, a couple of hard hit balls. Hit one hard in the first inning right at Mookie Betts yesterday. Tatis also hit one scorching yesterday. Of course, right line drive this time.
It's like Johnny says.
Someone.
Johnny in the chat says Tatis is hitting the ball harder than Schwarber. Doesn't mean much without results. Yeah, they're pounding the ball into the ground.
Sunday Night Baseball, they put up a graphic of his hard hit percentage or whatever, and the guys that he's on the list with, the top 5 or whatever, it's Nick Kurtz, O'Neal Cruz, Munitori, and there was one more, Kyle Schwarber, I think.
Yep.
It was just like some of the hardest hitting guys in baseball.
He's a click away.
He just isn't getting any lift on it.
No lift whatsoever. But I always feel stupid analyzing Fernando Tatis Jr.'s swing, and honestly, if you're listening to this, so should you. I'm going to literally just hope and pray that he figures it out.
Well, you feel stupid because you're not qualified.
Correct.
But also because it changes. The swing changes like 3 times a week.
Correct.
Which may be the bigger issue than anything else.
Potentially.
All the tinkering that he does, which we understand when you're trying to get out of a slump. You don't want to be the crazy person who continues to do the same thing
over and over
again that's not working. But it's possible the thing that's not working is that you are tinkering too much and changing your swing too often.
Yeah. It's that little rollover down to third is the one that's getting me. That just not just not firing, not lifting. A lot of those, like, oh, can he? And here's me every night, beat it out, you know, like, oh, he beat it out, yay. And then in my mind, I'm like, bro, that was 94 middle in. That's a pitch that you usually put.
You're so right.
50 rows into the seats.
I think Steven Souza Jr.'s like barely qualified to talk about Tatis.
Yes.
None of us are qualified at all. I mean, I think back to my dad going, try to hit the bottom of the ball instead of the top of the ball. That'll make it go in the air. Has someone tried telling Tatis that?
Steve, that's terrible advice, man. Some of the worst advice I've ever heard.
I'm absolutely convinced that as soon as he hits the first home run, he gets going.
The bunches.
He just needs that like visual.
We all do, man. It's like it's the biggest blue ball season I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anything like it. And last night, edge of my seat going, here we go. Come on.
I know.
Hang it one time.
Every fly ball with him, I'm a Dodger fan, dude.
It's gotta be a hanging breaking ball because he's late on the fastball. It's gotta be a hanger that is like, I can't miss this.
Those fastballs in last year got to him.
Big time. And I totally understand that. You know, they're not pitching him really that way. You know why? They don't want to risk hitting him because they can get him out.
Yeah.
So him and Merrill, they're just throwing.
They're challenging him.
They're throwing heat down the middle and saying, see what you can do with it. Yeah. He cannot get out to lift it and pull it.
I'm glad we all agree that we are not the ones who can fix Fernando Tatis Jr.
I would never, ever, ever pretend that I am. And neither should you.
And obviously his numbers are not in a great spot.
They're terrible.
It's been a bad year. But the fact he's still like hitting 230 or 240 is just freak athleticism.
You're right.
And just like he's good enough to be able to get that. That is very, very worse.
And he can run and he's playing defense. I thought the double play turn last night was really, really well done.
Like this has got to be like as bad as it'll ever get for Fernando, right?
Yeah. I would hope so. I mean, I guess never say never. It's baseball.
Right.
We all saw Chris Davis, you know, like you've seen.
For the sake of this argument, let's pretend that this is the lowest. I mean, Jesus God, 7 weeks into the season without a home run. Like the longest streak of his career. If this is as bad as it gets, he's still helping you in some way.
Yeah, his floor is pretty impressive as a baseball player.
I think so, right?
Even at this absolute worst offensively, he still helps more than he hurts, honestly. He still helps you win games with his defense, his base running, and occasionally legging out an infield single, his arm. He just does more to help you win than the lack of offense is hurting you. I firmly believe that.
I don't get the sit him for a week, clear his mind bit. That
you
means
become a worse team when you do that.
You're an infinitely worse team if Bryce Johnson or Nick Castellanos is getting a week's worth of ABs from Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 27. I think he'll figure it out. You got to give him the chance to do that.
Nick Castellanos is hitting 198.
Right.
He's hitting, I mean, yes, he's got 3 homers, but it's not like he is crushing the ball compared to Fernando Tatis Jr.
Correct.
You need to have him out there.
Yeah, he's got to be out there.
All right.
I just almost forgot that Bryce Johnson was still on the roster.
Right.
Been a minute.
Yeah, he's been pinch running.
Craig Stammen had been so good at getting everybody in early in the season, but Bryce Johnson certainly has been
Casty's been
less
swinging
used. Yeah, I mean, you can't take Andujar. That's the biggest thing is you can't take Andujar out.
Yeah.
You used to have plenty of spots during the week where Andujar was on the bench and you can get everybody in. But now Andujar has to be in every day. Sheets has to be in every day.
Yep.
Doesn't give you that much flexibility with the rest of your
Bryce.
Yeah, with the rest of your roster spots right now. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, Tuesday edition of Take on Woods. Remember, we played the movie category yesterday. So under the new rules, TV, music, or wild card are what's available to try to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas, the $500 gift card at the Westgate Las Vegas. If you want to call in now to be our contestant, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Play our game coming up. First this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now. Mention radio for a free month of pool service. I just found out my mother-in-law uses GL Pools as her pool service company. I hope she mentioned radio to get that discount. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. Ben Woods continues next with Take on Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. For the second straight day, got a call yesterday, this time from an old work colleague who asked me, do you really believe in sdfatloss.com? And I once again had to say, I do. It worked for me. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days, and I've been able to keep the weight off, a couple of donuts notwithstanding today, for 3 years. Is there any other program that really can make that claim? You can go the route of the GLP-1 injections. He asked about those, and you might lose some weight, but it's going to be some muscle coming off. Your metabolism's going to go down, and you have to keep those shots going. And sometimes $3,000 to $5,000 a year of expense if you want to keep the weight off. SDFatLoss.com offers you a different way, a better way, a program based on real foods from the grocery store: chicken, steak, vegetables, a couple of good meals a day. Do it for 2 months and be down 10 to 20% of your body weight, up to a pound of fat per day. What are you waiting for? Summer right around the corner. You can get that weight off before it really gets warm here in San Diego by setting up a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. And if you sign up for the program, take $200 off the one-time price and get the great coaching, the great support you need to lose that weight and change your life like I did by going to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
We'll have an H incorporator word for Jesse Agler coming up here at the bottom of the hour.
Hussy.
And then
I always like the word hussy.
Do you?
Yeah. I always thought it was
you
great.
do?
I did not. I always just thought it was a funny word.
Harlot.
She's a hussy. Hussy.
What's the exact definition of
She's easy
hussy?
or loose.
I feel like
A
there's
woman
more to
or
it,
girl who's disrespectful or immoral.
Ooh.
I was in the car.
Put your mic on.
I got him.
There we are. I was in the car with my family driving down from LA on Saturday after a wedding. And I texted Jesse. I was like, hey, I'm in the car with the whole family. Can you mention Bubby? That's what we call my grandma.
Bubby.
So I gave him an incorporator word Bubby. He's talking about Bo Naylor in relation to Josh Naylor, talking about family. And he says, hope the mom, dad, and Bubby, my 96-year-old grandma. He just saying my name.
Sure
it
did.
It was really cool.
Jesse's
really
the
special.
GOAT.
Yeah, I love Jesse.
Shares a name with former Steelers quarterback Bubby Brister. Never mind. All right, let's play a little Take on Woods.
Are you impressed with my vast sports knowledge?
Take on Woods brought to you by...
Never change, Benny.
I
Never
won't.
change.
Believe me, if I haven't by now, I'm not going to. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we got Max as our contestant today. Hello, Max.
Hey, how are we doing today?
We're good. All right, we've got 3 categories for you. If you can beat or tie Woods in our 5-question trivia challenge, you will qualify for our monthly grand prize drawing. It is a $500 gift card to the Westgate Las Vegas, the home of legendary Vegas fun, now offering the breakaway from fees package, including a $75 daily dining credit, 2 day spa passes, daily cabaret tickets, complimentary valet parking, and 0 resort fees. Special rates starting at $89 a night at westgatelasvegas.com. All right, movies is off the board. This is how we're doing it now. You got 3 categories left this week. Music, it's your turn. 5 songs with the word turn in the title. TV, B-listers, 5 TV series whose titles are one-word names beginning with the letter B, like Bubby. And then we've got our wild card, title tracks. It is a crossover with movie titles that are also song titles. So, Max, do you want to play music, it's your turn, TV, B-listers, or the wild card, title tracks?
We'll go title track.
All right, it is the wild card category for the first time, and we are going to... Do we have all the music for this one, Paulie?
No.
We didn't put it all together, did we? I sent it to you, but we never got
Didn't
the
even
music.
know that you needed music.
All right, sorry about that. All right, we're going to have to do one of the other 2 categories then. It's your turn or
We'll have it
B-listers.
ready for tomorrow.
We'll have it ready for tomorrow. All right, you got to go do one of the other 2. I'm sorry, Max. It's your turn or B-listers.
We'll go B-listers.
B-listers. All right, we got this one ready. Sorry about that. All right, you've got 5 TV series whose titles are all one-word names beginning with the letter B. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of them as you can. First question is our 2-second TV theme song. We do have that one. Paulie will play it. You need to identify the show. You can pass. If you don't know one, we'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. Max, are you ready to play?
Yes.
All right. Your time begins when Paul plays our first TV theme song. Category again, B-listers. Good luck. Let's take on Woods.
Pass.
Bill Hader starred as a depressed hitman who joins an acting class taught by Henry Winkler in which darkly comic HBO series that debuted in 2018.
Pass.
Joey Lawrence delivered the catchphrase, "Whoa," but it was Mayim Bialik who was the title star of which 1990s NBC family sitcom?
Pass.
After Cheers, Ted Danson starred in which series as a misanthropic but caring doctor with a small practice in the Bronx?
Pass.
Running from 2016 to 2022, which CBS drama starred Michael Weatherly in the title role as a jury consultant and trial science expert?
Pass.
Go back to our 2-second TV theme song. I think we would have done better with the other category,
we kind of
unfortunately.
screwed Max
we
on
kind
that
of
one.
messed you up, Max.
That's a tough game to just
It
go
was
cold.
a tough one for sure. Let's bring Woods in. I'll save it so everyone can play one more time. See how Woods does in our TV category.
Okay.
Max is your opponent. All right, television is the category today. Let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Max.
Pass.
Bill Hader starred as a depressed hitman. Correct. Joey Lawrence delivered the catchphrase, "Whoa," but it was Mayim Bialik.
Blossom.
Correct. After Cheers, Ted Danson starred in which series as a misanthropic but caring doctor with a small practice in the
Becker?
Bronx? Correct. Running from 2016 to 2022, which CBS drama starred Michael Weatherly in the title role as a jury consultant and trial science expert?
Boston Legal.
Incorrect. Go back to our 2-second TV theme song.
Bewitched?
No, but good thinking.
Good guess.
That
Good
was
guess.
Benson.
Benson.
And the
Thought
other
about
one
that show
was
in years.
Bull, was the
Bull.
trial science
Okay.
expert. But you got to win 3-0.
Oh, 3-zip.
We had to apologize to Max. He wanted the wild card category. I didn't realize we didn't have all the music ready for it. So we had to push into the TV category.
Sorry,
and I
Maxie.
don't think he was
not
a
prepared.
big fan of that one. But it is going to be how the game is played. You're going to have to,
Gotta know.
things are going to be eliminated as the week goes on. So we're going to have to get to all of the
What was
different.
the category?
It was B-listers. All
B-listers.
names, one-word names beginning with the letter B as
Thank you
TV
very
shows.
much. Feels good. Feels good to be
Whoa.
back. Yeah. Joey
Lawrence.
That's
I hadn't
it.
thought about him in a long time.
Thought about her in a long time.
She's been hosting a Jeopardy, or she did for a while.
Always liked her.
Mayim Bialik. You did?
Yeah. I did.
To do with the socks and stuff on Blossom.
Yeah. I just would like to blossom.
Good to know. We will come back. Jesse Agler, voice of the Padres, will join us. A little incorporator, a little Padres talk on a Tuesday. All coming up next. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, Benjamin, how about some Eco Water SoCal? Got a
You got them jugs, don't you?
right here, buddy. A big giant jug of Eco Water SoCal, and got the system at home. Got the system here in the office. Of course, we love our hometown baseball team, right? But let's talk about home field advantage. You can get it if you get the Eco Water SoCal system put in your home, because Southern California water, as great as Southern California is, the water is rock hard, man. It is hard water. It doesn't taste great. Dries out your skin, destroys your appliances as well. We've had the Eco Water system for years. It's the MVP of the home. Everybody's obsessed. My wife, my kids, my cats, myself. These guys have been the best in the business since 1925. That's over a century of perfecting the soft life. They'll come out, they'll do a free in-home water test for you to show you what's exactly going on in your pipes and going down your pipes. No guesswork, just facts. They got new systems that feature smart leak monitoring with a whole home shutoff, and they got financing up to 84 months. It's a no-brainer, guys. We live it every single day in my home. Your home deserves a win. 760-350-3338. 760-350-3338, or go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. It's Eco Water SoCal. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I'm sorry again to Max for not having that category ready, or at least I thought I didn't have it ready. Max, if you want to call in tomorrow, I see your name. I will give you another shot at it. And I also want to apologize to Paulie. I made it seem like he hadn't done his work. It wasn't a 2-second category at all. We didn't need any music. We could have played the wild card category, and I
was like reading
messed it up
through it, and I was like, wait, I don't know that
because I did it differently, and you'll understand when you hear it eventually that it's just a different format, and I confused myself after putting the category together last week. So my bad to everybody. I will be better tomorrow. I promise.
You better.
This hour, Ben Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. Since 2010, visit davidpshapirolaw.com. See, we all make mistakes. Jesse Agler is standing by. We've got an incorporator word for him. We will talk the Padres, Dodgers series, and more coming up next after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Santee, solid stop and go westbound on the 52 before and after the 125. Then it's sluggish in stretches through San Diego all the way to the 5.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer driving season's almost here. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll check your tires, lights, and essential fluids with any oil change. Stay in your car. No appointment needed. Visit SoCal Oil Change for coupons. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change.
Joining us right now, as he does each and every Tuesday throughout the baseball season, the voice of the San Diego Padres, Jesse Agler. Jesse, that was another tense Padres game last night. They played a lot of kind of nerve-wracking games this season at the end.
Not boring baseball. You know, it's funny because on Sunday in Seattle, they were up 8-3 late in the game. And I turned to Tony during one of the breaks. I was like, I kind of forgot how to broadcast these games.
Yeah.
I was like, what do we do here? Like, what are we supposed to talk about? Like, how do we, it's like, oh yeah, we can just have a conversation about something. Because there've been so few games like that where it was sort of at hand late in the game. But right back at it yesterday, 1-0 pretty much the entire night. And man, that was great baseball.
It really was. I mean, from all of it, the throwouts of guys stealing, the crazy play. Duran throws that ball away. Tatis there, he bobbles it. They hold him at third. I mean, there was I was really calm throughout. I was just really enjoying it. And then we got to the ninth. And look, I've said it before, Jesse, and you agree. No closer is going to be perfect. It's going to happen at some point. You just really didn't want it to happen last night. I was watching with my son, and I go, look, dude, best in the world. has trouble throwing strikes at times when the pressure gets to be too much or for whatever reason it was. The way he bounced back was ridiculous.
I mean, to go from like, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but
It was like 10.
10 of the first 11 to 11 straight or whatever. I mean, it's insane. And, I don't think it was a pressure thing. I think, he's just a little bit off,
yeah.
And he's been that way, a couple of times the last time now.
Yep.
But to go, as you said, from one extreme in terms of command and balls and strikes to the other with what looked like the flip of a switch. Ruben went out there, they talked, and then all of a sudden, he couldn't miss. And he was right back to being exactly, what he looked like in April is absurd. It's not supposed to look like that. You're not supposed to go from not being able to throw a strike to not being able to do anything wrong. That's what makes that guy ultra elite, Mason Miller. It was laughable because, I mean, how many games have we all watched over the years where you see a closer having command issues and the thing just snowballs completely out of control? The guy doesn't get out of the inning. He gives up multiple runs. Some other reliever has to come in to clean it up. And then, you try and win it at the dish in the bottom of the inning. And I mean, for him to come back and do what he did in a 1-run game and against those guys, those hitters, and to get out of it, it was just absurd and just absolutely, incredible ball all night long. And then for it to end that way was just remarkable.
It is, it's sometimes sneaky what makes the Dodgers good.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just kind of, well, they got Shohei Ohtani. He's the unicorn, and certainly that helps. But Michael King brought it up after the game, and I thought this was a good point. It's the way their lineup. It's righty lefty. They all battle. They foul off a lot of pitches. They just make it hard on you all game long. And while sometimes it doesn't work out like it did last night, eventually they wear you down, a lot of opponents. And that's what I think is the most challenging thing about facing the Dodgers.
Yeah, there's that, and there's one other thing. And Tony and I feel like we've had this conversation 10,000 times, in the last 5 or 6 years in all these big games against them. That's one pillar of it for sure. The depth of the lineup, the intensity of what seems like every single at bat. There's no easy out, not only because of the quality of the hitter, but the types of at bats that they take. And then, kind of combined with that is that, there's no margin for error. And so if you make any kind of mistake, you generally end up paying for it. And that's where, what was cool last night was, that game-defining play, really, right? Like that throwaway, the bobble, Dino Ebel holding Kim up at the last second. Like that was kind of like we made the little mistake, then they made the little mistake, and they washed each other out. And it was like, wow. Like, that was sort of like, the moment where it could have changed the whole game and like they kind of cancel each other out, which doesn't usually happen. And it's cool because now the Padres are also kind of the team where you can't open the door for them. You can't make the mistake. But for all those years, it was the Dodgers where, if you made the one little error, and I don't mean that necessarily just a literal error, but the one little miscue, it seemed like it would open the door, they would kick it in, and the next thing you know, it got totally away from you. That's the kind of team they are, and the Padres are now kind of that team as well. If you're a lesser team, quote unquote, or even if you're a really good team and you give them that opportunity, they're going to grab it and they're going to shake you down. And, that's part of what makes those great teams great is you don't have a margin for error, and it makes it so difficult to beat them because you just feel like you can't make mistakes because when you do, you're going to pay so dearly for them, and that ratchets up the pressure. And it's just, it's what makes great intense baseball is that, you feel like you have to be perfect out there. And then, you combine that with what King was talking about and what you just mentioned. And it's great drama. It's great theater. We've seen it a bunch over the years. And even though, the Padres went 4-9 against the Dodgers last year, I think, just about half the games were decided by 1 or 2 runs. This thing is great right now. It's the best rivalry in baseball. There's no question about it. Probably has been, let's say since the Padres beat the Dodgers in the 2022 playoffs. I don't think there's anything like it in the major leagues right now in terms of the intensity, the drama, the quality of the baseball, the fun of the baseball. And it's just great that we're getting the opportunity to be right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Jesse. The great Jesse Agler joins us here on Ben and Woods this morning. And, we had the argument in the group text. I'm sure there were group texts going on all over San Diego last night when Jason Adams stayed in to face Shohei, right? And you're calling that game, and you can see down in the bullpen they got Adrian Morhone. And I thought it was refreshing after the game when Craig's like, yeah, I kind of went with my gut there a little bit. And I My whole premise for the last few years is, man, if I was the manager, I'd be managing to cover my ass the next day and be able to explain away a move. Now that it worked, I'm going, okay, that was really refreshing by the manager, sticking with his gut here. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
Well, I mean, if you go back and, pull the tape, we talked about it. Ohtani's numbers against Jason Adam, not good.
Yeah.
Ohtani's numbers against Morahone, good. So he said he went with his gut, but the reality is
the numbers
back Craig up. He was, I don't remember it exactly off the top of my head now, but Ohtani against Adam was like 1 for 9, something like that. Against Morahone, 4 for something. Yeah. So and look, they're small sample sizes.
Sure.
So I'm not going to sit here and say that like it was the obvious thing to do, because it certainly wasn't. And it was definitely a gutsy move. But the reality was, it was no sure thing that it was going to be Morahone for Ohtani. It certainly looked like it was going to be Morahone for Ohtani.
Right.
It wasn't a guarantee
that
it was going to be Morahone for Ohtani, just based on that. And again, those numbers are not, predictive necessarily, but history is history, and history matters. And Jason Adam had handled Shohei Ohtani. Now, got a hit against him last night.
Yep.
So, we'll see next time that situation comes up. And it will at some point, dozen more games in the regular season between these two teams this year. But it's funny, I was talking to somebody about it the other day. I don't remember if it was in Seattle or if it was, yesterday before the game. And, some other announcer, and he was asking me about Stammen. And I was like, there's just this old school bent to the way he's doing it. He's not overcomplicating anything. He's not overthinking anything. He sort of, has the broad 30,000 view of it all. And then, when it comes down to a big situation, he'll look at the numbers, but he'll also look at the field and kind of be like, all right, this is what I think is going to work. And he's not going to, like I said, overcomplicate it. He's not going to overthink it. And he's going to be like, all right, I like these numbers. I like the way Jason Adam has pitched Shohei Ohtani in the past. And that's what he went with. And there's something incredibly refreshing about all that, as you said. There really is.
Talking to Jesse Agler on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Let's talk about the National League Player of the Week, Gavin Sheets. Since we talked to you last Tuesday, had the home run in Milwaukee, 2 outs in the 9th inning. Had the home runs in Seattle, 3 of them, the 2 home run game on Sunday. Here's what I want to know. How do you know how often to go to Holy Sheets? Obviously, Don kind of does it every single time. I feel like you're a little more... I've heard you say it, but you don't always say it. How do you decide when to go to the catchphrase and when it's appropriate to use?
Yeah, that kind of stuff is a lot easier to use on TV because you just have more time, right? You don't have to describe everything. So like on radio, we're describing where the ball is going, where the outfielder is, what the score is. There's just a lot more you have to say on radio. So there's less time for that. TV, obviously, the person watching can see what's happening. So you have a lot more time to, get that kind of stuff in. So it's really just sort of, if you feel like there's room for it. And then also I want to get out of the way so Tony can do something, and so there's that. So it's really just sort of in the moment, if it feels like there's space for it. And if it's a big enough one, and obviously a bunch of these were big for Gavin. But I don't know, for me, I'm not like the biggest catchphrase guy in the world. Like I will use it. I know the gonna go thing is kind of taken on a life of its own. And as I've said to you guys over the years, like I'm still a little bit uncomfortable with it. It's just a little bit out of character for me to have something like that, but people love it. So I'm all in. It's like, you just, it's a feel thing for me. I'll drop it. I used it on TV last year. And again, it's easier to use it on TV than it is on radio. But what I like to do is I'll kind of preload it. That's kind of the easier thing to do. Be like, oh, Gavin's looking for another one of those Holy Sheets moments. And that's where, you kind of get it in there without, having to jam it into the call. But like I said, got to describe the moment, give the radio audience, the opportunity to know what's going on, and then also try and get out of the way so Tony can get in and have his part of the call. So that's, I guess, the way I look at it.
Stalling for the incorporator because Paulie had to go let Katie Wu into the studio. So I'll give you one more.
Since the enemy coming in.
Since tomorrow it will be a Shohei Ohtani day.
She doesn't work for the Dodgers.
I understand that. But
I really do try to remind him of that.
She did just write a big puff piece about Dalton rushing. All right. So, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
She's walking in the studio now. We will see Shohei Ohtani. Dave Roberts has indicated he probably will go back to doing both. It's such a unique thing. And, getting to call it, not... It's just you kind of have to watch for some more things like, the transition between the pitching and the hitting and how he's kind of handling that tomorrow during the game.
Yeah. Look, it's one of these things we've never seen before. odds are none of us will ever see it again. You know, I mean, so there's like that appreciation you have to have, whether you want to or not. You can be begrudging about it if you're a fan. I get that. But like, yeah, I mean, you know, like, and the other thing is, you know, they created this carve out in the rules, you know, for it. It's interesting. It's interesting. I know Craig Counsell had his take on it. You know, they basically created a rule for him, you know, that he can kind of be the DH and the pitcher and not have to come out of the game. And, you know, they sort of spun it as, oh, for any two-way player, as if there's like a bunch of them, you know, and, you know, it's kind of an interesting thing to unpack right there. But look, it's about what's good for the game. It's about what's good as an entertainment product. And I kind of see where they're coming from. And it's fascinating. It really is. But look, the reality is, you know, the numbers are down offensively for him this year, at least early on, you know, as compared to the last couple of years. He's doing both full time for the first time since 2023. And it's hard to think that's not having an impact on the offensive production. And there's a really, really interesting conversation to be had there. Not that I'm trying to, you know, give you fodder for your chat with Katie, but like, there is an interesting conversation to be had there. Like, what's more valuable to the Dodgers right now? Like having him do both, or, you know, is there maybe a benefit to being like, hey, let's not worry about the pitching right now. Let's just go out there and try and hit 320 with 50 bombs. You know, I don't know the answer to that question, but it's obviously just incredible to see him be able to do what he does.
What would you pick? Do you know what I mean? I'm racking my brain too.
I
He's
don't
got
know.
a 0.8 ERA. I don't know if they said you're the manager, you have to make a choice. He does one or the other. I don't know what I would pick.
Hitting.
My guess is I would take hitting.
That's like in a vacuum. But then like if you go and sit down with the guy and he says, look, I really want to win a Cy Young, like you don't want to piss this guy off.
Correct.
Right? Like you need to manage him as a human being. It's not just about like, okay, let's look at a spreadsheet and like what's best from like a win-loss perspective. Like there is the element of like, we got to make sure he's in a good mental place. You know, he's feeling as good about everything as possible. Like that matters. Like that's a part of it all. And if he's like really intent on trying to win a Cy Young award, or if he's really intent on trying to pitch this year, you have to manage that. You know, you have to, you know, play into that. Now, you might say, all right, like let's talk about what this looks like come September. Let's talk about what this looks like come October. You also have to say, let's talk about what this looks like if Snell, Glass now, and everybody else is healthy come October. So, you know, it's a little bit cart before the horse. You know, for right now, you manage it. And look, they have enough offensive talent that if he's going to be, you know, only a really good hitter as opposed to like the best hitter ever for this year, they can probably handle that. But yeah, it'll be fascinating to see, you know, what it looks like, you know, come playoff time.
Right now, there's a guy in his car going, when I was in high school, I didn't tell the coach what I wanted to do. He told me what to do, and I did it. And that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And I ain't worried about
there's
individual achievements like a Cy Young. I mean, it's somebody just said it.
No, Uncle Rico and Ohtani are definitely the same guy.
No doubt.
They definitely should be treated the same.
Yeah, absolute equals. All right, let's get to it.
All right, it is week 8 of the Incorporator as we make our way through the alphabet for Jesse with his tough vocabulary words to work into the broadcast. Tonight's word for you, Jesse, is
humgruffin.
Humgruffin.
Humgruffin. It's a 19th century slang term for a terrible, repulsive, or obnoxious person.
Well, that won't be hard. The Dodgers are in town. You're good. You're fine. You can go staff. You can go players. You cannot do journalists. You can do fans. You can do. I mean, really, sky's the limit.
We know it won't be about Tony Gwynn.
What journalist were you thinking of? I'm just curious.
Definitely not Katie Wu. Definitely not. Yeah,
humgruffin.
Humgruffin.
All right. Yeah,
no
problem.
He's got.
Have you heard that word before?
No, but like
I
as
haven't
soon as
either.
you said
It's
it,
so
you kind of
good.
know what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it
does.
sounds
It's
exactly like
one of those
Humgruffin.
Humgruffin.
One of those words that just sounds like what you think it's going to mean.
So
exactly.
Yeah, like it was definitely like the 1869 Reds were chirping, you know, over the dugout.
Yes.
They were calling each other that. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
You're a crumb
Yeah,
creep.
you're a crumb creep.
And a
humgruffin.
You're a crumb creep coward.
So good.
Jesse,
Thank
as
you, buddy.
always, thank you so much, and we will talk to you next week.
See you later.
And we will pay off the
You're a real crumb bum.
we'll pay off the Incorporator tomorrow at 7 a.m. However, he decides to work humgruffin into the broadcast tonight. All right, let's get to the top of the hour because she is in studio. We will talk some Dodgers-Padres rivalry with Katie Wu from The Athletic.
Let's go.
She is going to join us in studio for the final hour of the program.
Wait
More
till you
Ben
see her
Woods.
shirt, everybody. Wait till you
Look at
see
that.
her shirt.
More Ben and Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
weird to me just now. It just happened. Down, down.
I'm Ed Harris in the Truman Show.
Yes, down.
I'm the director right now of the program. Welcome back. It is hour number 4 of Ben and Woods here on a Tuesday morning. It is great to have in studio Katie Wu from The Athletic, who we saw briefly at spring training. We had appetizers with Katie in Peoria, Arizona, and now joins us here. And look at, you said everyone's going to want to see what she's wearing. Move your hair to the side. Ben and Woods.
Now take your shirt off so that Ben can see just the
Ben's
shirt.
like, now, could you stand up? Could you bend down and tie your shoe for us? Yeah, can you do a little twirl,
Hey,
please?
Katie, I dropped that pen. Can you bend over and grab it for me?
And great seeing everybody. Talk to you next series.
Christ, Ben.
You wanted everyone to see the Ben and Woods shirt she's
Ben,
wearing.
Katie, if you
her
could,
long hair was covering the logo.
If you could take your shoes off and just put your feet up on the desk, that'd be fine. That's
You know
that's
what?
encouraged here. It's actually something I would ask. Hello,
I knew what I was signing up
Hello,
for.
pervert.
It's fine.
Pervert. That was an email I got from a scammer that started with the words, "Hello, pervert." Hello, pervert.
Were you offended?
I was not. I laughed hysterically and went, "This is going to be a great bit tomorrow." Katie Wu does join us right now. So good to see you. How are you?
I am well, guys. So glad to be here in America's finest city.
Is it tough covering a second place team? Is it
There it
harder
is.
to cover a second place team than it is a first place team? What's the gist?
Yeah, I didn't think we'd have any Dodger 11 on this last hour. But no, I was really looking forward to this series because I have watched the Padres-Dodgers rivalry from afar. Obviously, I have a lot of SoCal ties in general, so to be able to cover it as an objective journalist was very cool. I know it's mid-May and it's a Monday, but it felt like a series where both sides know how important it is. The Padres have played some crazy ball in the 9th inning. It's
So weird, yes.
very strange. And the Dodgers had put a little bit of a heater on, but overall, I don't think they're super thrilled with their play in the month of May. So great pitchers duel last night. Exactly what I thought we were going to see in terms of the competitive nature of the game, and then getting Mason Miller in the 9th. I mean, that was insane.
Do you get the sense that with being around the team now and the organization, I can totally see it if I'm Mookie or Freddie or really any of those guys, Muncy, you name it, being like, yeah, man, I mean, wake me up in August for real. Like, wake me up in August, September. Yeah, I'm here. Yep, let me get my work in. I'm gonna make my throws. But wake me up when it's August or September. Do you get that sense? It 2 really long seasons in a row. They're kind of Freddie looks a little bit long in the tooth. He'll hit 3 bombs tonight, guaranteed now. He still got it, can still play. But I just get the sense that it's like, guys, this is May. We are the Dodgers. We don't care about May.
Yeah, we know we like joke around the industry that the Dodgers are very good they should be an NBA team because they're so good at load management.
So good.
But that is part of how they were built and constructed. They have their roster in place so that they can do this. I mean, I was talking to Teoscar Hernandez the other day and he joked, he goes, I know everyone thinks we're old. And they are the oldest major active roster in the major leagues, but they also are one of the most experienced in terms of learning how to manage their bodies and manage the workload. The Dodgers have this gross luxury of starting pitching, which allows them to use a 6-man rotation, even with 2 of their starters on the IL right now. They have a bunch of middle infield depth where Mookie Betts missed 4 weeks and
no problem.
Alex Freeland was fine. His-Son Kim was fine. And this is with Tommy Edman and Kike Hernandez also on the IL.
Right.
So that's
know crazy.
this.
When you hear it laid out like that. That's crazy.
That's what I wanted to ask Katie, because no one's going to deny the Dodgers have been beset by injuries, but which one has actually hurt them the most because of that depth? Not like their starting pitching has struggled. I mean, they've had Robleski and Sheehan have come in and done really good jobs, and we joke, and in some ways, the injuries actually help the Dodgers get work for guys who need work and make them even better in the long run. Other teams don't get to say that. Is there an injury in particular that you think is made them get off to the slower start than we all expected, maybe?
I'm not sure if there's one in particular. I do wonder what the Tyler Glasnow prognosis is because he was pretty nails in April, had one of the highest strikeout rates in baseball. Everything looked really good. He had back spasms and a start against Houston, and then Dodgers said, he's not going to go on the IL. Went on the IL, but it was going to be the minimum. Now he's shut down from throwing because the back continues to flare up. So that could create the spiral effect, even, especially with Blake Snell. He's set to undergo surgery today. He's made just 1 start this season, 3 innings, but he is most likely set for that nanoscope surgery that Tarek Skubal underwent, which cuts the recovery in time theoretically by almost a month. So trending in the right direction.
Well,
but
that hurt the Dodgers, the recovery being a month earlier than when they needed to come back.
Who knows? Because as they're looking now with Roki Sasaki, Justin Wroblewski, guys that they were looking to kind of have an opportunity to get right in the rotation, now they're going to need to stay because they don't really have anyone else. They just picked up old friend Eric Lauer. He should be with the team in San Diego today.
Crazy.
But yeah, there hasn't.
It's crazy.
For all of the injuries, there really hasn't been one, knock on wood, for the Dodgers that has derailed them. It's actually given them an opportunity to learn more.
Who would it be? Shohei.
It'd
be Shohei.
Yeah, that's the one. Where you
Shohei
just
goes down. It'd be tough to come back from that. They are admittedly experienced, is what we'll say. But Shohei goes down, then they look really experienced at that point. They look a little bit old with Shohei not on the roster. He's been incredible to watch pitch this year. The pitching has been outstanding. I want to talk for a second about Roki Sasaki. Katie Wu from The Athletic joins us. It's this again, talk about luxuries. Like, he has the ability now and the path with the Dodgers to figure it out. And they just kept going to him. They're like, we're gonna ride this guy. What is the kind of plan with him? Just the same? Let him figure it out. And if he doesn't, okay.
Well, he's going to have to figure it out now because they don't really have anyone else to come up.
He pitched great this weekend.
He did. He had his best start in the major leagues against the Angels. I know, but it's still a big league team.
Big league team trying to win.
7 innings, career high, 8 strikeouts. And the thing with Roki, I think when the Dodgers were looking to sign him, there was so much fanfare around the signing and the hype because of who he is as a ceiling that we forget that the Dodgers signed Roki Sasaki as a pitching prospect. This was not something where he was a finished product by any means. It was the ceiling's there, the talent is there. We are going to grant him the opportunity to get him there because we think we have the best people in place to do that.
He was going to be R3. Just like if they did get him, he was going to slot in at the 3 or the 4.
Right. And that as a pitching prospect, that already shows you like where he is in terms of where his ceiling could be. But that comes with growing pains. And we saw a lot of it, especially in spring training when he quite literally could not throw a strike.
Right.
And he's had to come in and change his mindset. It's really hard, as you guys know, the challenges of coming over from the NPB to the major leagues.
No doubt.
We probably don't talk about it enough. It's probably unfair. But Roki had to be more open-minded to some changes he needed to make. And sometimes the only way you are open-minded is if you fail. And I think after spring training, he was a little scared that this was going to be what his season looked like. So they've made the incremental changes. The Dodgers have given him the flexibility to do that in real time. Not a lot of major league teams can do that. By very similar to their load management. And now we're seeing bits and pieces of Roki Sasaki kind of learn his game. The fastball isn't as dominant, but he has a 3-pitch mix he can pair behind it with the secondaries, worked in a slider. He has 2 variations of that forkball now. So it's a different pitcher than what we saw in Japan, but that's kind of the design with Roki Sasaki is to build him up and develop in the big leagues. And now he has to stay because the Dodgers are down 2 starters.
Yep.
To be fair, the Padres superstars, Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, they are envious of the struggles of the Dodgers superstars, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, who all have OPSs in the low to mid 700s. They have like 4 or 5 home runs. They're hitting them in the mid 200s. Not what you'd expect from those guys, but still better than what the Padres are getting. We've heard a little bad luck. We've heard, swing changes. What are they saying, those guys in particular, about just wait, we'll come around, the numbers on the back of the baseball card? Do they say the same things in LA that we hear here in San Diego?
They do. I think baseball players have like a book of cliches.
Yes.
It's like, what one can we do for the media today to get them to stop talking to us?
I'm going to go to the baseball card.
What can we say to get them out of the clubhouse as soon as possible? And the thing is unfortunately for fans who maybe want to hear a little bit more, what they're saying is right. Like sometimes it is just baseball. And sometimes the worst thing you can tell a fan is, oh, be patient. They don't want to hear that. Are you kidding me? But sometimes when you have the status of the clubhouses of both San Diego and Los Angeles, you have to trust that the talent is going to turn itself around. We were freaking out about Shohei a couple weeks ago. He looks just fine now. It is a 162 game season, guys. Although I do think the Tatis thing is weird. That will end. It has to end, right? That has
got
to
to end. Hopefully today. But I every day I keep wondering, is today the day that it ends? It's been crazy to follow along. And I mean, it's, it reminds me of being in 6th grade and all my buddies had kissed a girl and I hadn't yet. That's what it truly like it. And that feeling of panicking every day, like, oh, cool, man. Tell me more about it. How was it? Was it great? Oh, cool.
You talked about such things with your friends?
Yes, man. We were normal American boys. That's what we did. And all my friends had kissed a girl first. And I was like, I'm so happy for you. This sucks. And, finally, Jill Taylor came through, and the rest is history. Yeah, thank you, Jill, principal's daughter, by the way. Yeah, but It's truly been crazy to watch. I mean, and there's a good chance we get into June. It's just with what's coming up. Get into June without a home run for that kid is insane.
Shohei Ohtani, the managing of how he's pitching, hitting. We've seen them. Dave Roberts didn't hit him the last 3 times. They say maybe tomorrow he's going to hit Shohei Ohtani. How is that just kind of covering the juggling of Shohei Ohtani's workload this season?
Yeah, it's been interesting because this is the first time the Dodgers have had Ohtani as a full-way, two-way player since they signed him. And there's going to be a lot of trial and error and a lot of fluidity, especially because Shohei didn't have the full spring. He went to go play with Japan in the WBC. So the Dodgers were just kind of like, we're going to start the season and just see where it is and go from there. The rest days, I think Dave Roberts incorporated a little bit more because Shohei was so fatigued and the offensive production was not good. I mean, he was in the beginning of the season, he's at least working walks. So you could say, okay, he's seeing the ball, it's just not finding anything to hit. But that's tapered off and he was chasing, and the at-bats overall quality just didn't very un-Shohei-like.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you guys are familiar with some of your stars. But as Dave Roberts is looking and seeing how Shohei responds to taking a full start each week, he had to say, you know what, this is a guy who is so convicted in winning the Cy Young Award. This is something he's never done. He really wants to do. And he's putting all of his emphasis on pitching right now, but it's taxing him and fatiguing him at the plate. I got to find ways to build in rest days. So it's not just not hitting him on start days, which I don't think they're going to do all of the time. I do think he will, of course, it's the Padres, hit and pitch on Wednesday. But they're also stacking it up where he's taking a start in between an off day. He was supposed to start today, actually, but they switched him and Emmett Sheehan. So Ohtani can pitch Wednesday and the team has a full off day on Thursday. So it's just about building in recovery. Again, if the Dodgers lose Shohei Ohtani, that's devastating. You cannot replace that. So you load manage and give him a couple rest days, even if he doesn't want them, to make sure you have Ohtani in September when it really matters.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's take a quick time out. We got plenty more to discuss with Katie Wu in studio here this hour. I want to talk about your thoughts of the team you used to cover, the St. Louis Cardinals, having a shockingly good start to the season that no one saw coming. And you know what that means, Journey fans. You can call now for your chance to win. We will come back.
Talk about your love life next.
Ben and Woods.
We have a lot to unpack.
Okay,
all right. On San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
If Katie's looking for a good place to lunch between now and game time, 7 Mile Casino is just 7 minutes away from Petco Park, right off the 5 freeway in Chula Vista. And they've got great food from Sammy's at 7 Mile. Get the pizzas, the pastas, the salads, plus the 24/7 players menu with all the favorites that I love, like the Kung Pao chicken.
Well, she could ask Miggy Rowe because he was down
That's
there
true.
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
he was down at 7 Mile, literally at 7 Mile Casino playing California-style blackjack. Wonder if he's going to make a trip down just 7 minutes from Petco Park and the hotel that they stay at. So very convenient as always. But they got Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat, and California-style blackjack. It's a smoke-free environment as well. Great place to get a beer. Great place to get some food.
One of the best patios in San Diego. It overlooks San Diego Bay, Coronado, the Silver Strand. You wouldn't think that about a card room, but yeah, no, it's upscale. It's fun. It's comfortable. Great dealers. They want to take care of you. High limit players. You get 35% off your food while you're playing at the table as well. It's all there for you at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Okay, player, this is all yours. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Feels like it's been a while since we've had a Black Betty stop down.
Indeed.
Welcome back. It is Ben and Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We've got Katie Wu in studio from The Athletic. Katie, if you weren't a baseball reporter, what would you be doing?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Hopefully married rich and not working.
Have you met Ben Higgins?
Not rich, unfortunately.
I'm leaning
What would
into
it-
creepy Ben for the rest of the day.
Yeah, creepy Ben is a
That's
real
good.
thing.
Hashtag
It's
it.
so good. Yeah, what would you do? What else? What were your other interests?
I don't know. Like you guys, this is my
I had
only
no other
interest.
interest
This is
either.
your
So,
thing.
yeah,
This
I
is
had the
it.
same thing.
And I also don't barely have talents here. I definitely have talent, no talent anywhere else. So this is really ride or die.
I get it. It's all or nothing, right?
Yeah.
Have to do it. I love it.
Yeah, the zombie apocalypse, I am hopeless.
I'm out.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not even going to try.
No sportscasters.
Then it's
or
like Pacers,
TV
Pistons.
anchors, yeah.
Yes.
It's not going to do very well in the zombie apocalypse to come.
Oh, it's so good. Oh man. How's your love life?
We don't have time for this. We're going to run out of the
We
set.
have 40
We have
minutes.
a
We
lot of
literally
time.
have
It's fine.
40 minutes.
Now that I am a Manhattan Beach girl
Yes.
in the South Bay, my rules have not changed. They've only gotten more. If you do not have a boat, do not talk to me.
Amazing. That's
Okay?
perfect.
I'm doubling down on the boat.
Okay, I like that.
And then that's pretty much it.
How'd
Okay.
that work for you in St. Louis? How did that?
Yeah. So it didn't. Shocker. It did
St.
not work out
Louis
for me in St. Louis.
Was more, if you're missing a tooth, I'm out. Just so you know, any tooth too, even if it's a back tooth.
Do you
I'm
stroll
out.
down to Muscle Beach and check out the bodybuilders?
I think that's Venice, isn't it?
It's close though. It's not
It's
too
close.
far. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too
Actually,
far.
that scares me. That's
Venice
too
is a
much.
little scary.
That's too much in your face.
It is. A lot of shaved arms and legs. A lot. At my gym too. I see a lot of it. And every day I sit and I lift weights and I go, should I be doing that too? Because they look great. But I look and I'm like,
oil yourself up.
No, they
every
don't-
day
they don't
when you
They
go
look
to the gym.
slippery. No, they look slippery. Like I would like if I went to go shake your hand, I think it would just like slip right off. I don't like that.
the guys in the gym, they're not greased up, but they are all very shaved down. I thought, well, that's a tremendous amount of work.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't judge, I don't kink shame, but
Would you
I
date
don't-
a guy that shaved his entire
No.
body? Okay,
No, because
so there
why
you
would
go.
you have? Why do I have?
Why am
more
I
hair on my
hairier
body?
than
Yeah, like
you
I
are?
can't do that. You're gonna give me a complex.
Yeah, women don't shave of their arms.
That is
and
crazy.
It's
But
crazy.
again, do
To each
do
their
what you
own.
want.
I
Love
get
who
it.
you love.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
How about those St. Louis Cardinals?
How about them?
So you covered them. How many years did you cover the Cardinals? 4?
5.
5 years
Yes.
covering the Cardinals. Kind of on a downward trajectory for most of that
Yeah.
time.
Sounds
And
about
everyone
right.
thought this year was going to be rock bottom.
Yeah.
You know, okay, rebuilding, get rid of Nolan Arenado, Brendan Donovan traded off to the Mariners. It's time to clean house and then start building up again. And all of a sudden, the Cardinals have gotten off to one of the better starts in the National League.
And kind of fun to watch.
From afar, like, how are they doing this?
So I have a new nickname in the St. Louis area. It's the Cooler. So that's
you
awesome.
leave town and they're like,
And you know what? Like I could not be more happy for this group of players or coaches because I saw firsthand, especially over the last 2 years, how much work they put in and all of the. It was weird last year. We talked about it. The Cardinals had 2 front offices. Like they had this weird transition. They were sometimes caring about winning, sometimes they weren't. They were sometimes prioritizing development, other times not. And for them to come in with a new front office under Chaim Bloom and commit to a path, even if that path at the beginning of the season didn't seem as promising, I think that actually really allowed this club to just embrace that identity. I was talking to a couple pitchers, Matthew Liberatore being one of them, and
he was nasty.
he was nasty.
Yeah.
Same with McGreevy. I've watched these guys come up through
Yeah.
the system, and I was like, where was that stuff? And I think they've always had it. They've just now have the ability to go out there and do it because so many of these players were pitching to keep their jobs and dealing with a bunch of mixed messaging from their prior front office. So they've all come up through the minor leagues together, this group of Cardinals. And when you think about the St. Louis Cardinals in their prime, they are player development focused.
100%.
So the fact that this core has been able to come up together, they didn't all get to the majors at the same time, but they've played with each other and they've gone through the system and they know, quote unquote, the Cardinal way has freed them to just play their kind of baseball. And their kind of baseball is free, easy, and fun. And that is 3 things that we have not really seen in St. Louis the last couple of years. So I feel like I'm watching and I'm very proud, but I'm also like, cool.
Yeah,
That
very
would have been
cool.
really fun to cover,
This
you know.
would have been fun to see Jordan Walker's.
That's the one.
Jordan Walker get back to
Yes,
you
that's
know
the one that haunts me.
the promise. Is he a good dude?
Jordan Walker is one of the best. Such a stand-up, so young. He was 20 years
So
old.
young.
Went through so much adversity, was never put in a position to succeed by the organization, and
Probably
they gone
got
out
killed.
and said it.
Probably got killed by the fans too.
Terrible. And just writing off this true talent who is just now 23 years old.
Yep.
And a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of work from the coaching staff and the new player development staff to get Jordan to buy back in and to see him take off and just have the start to the season that he has. It is
Stud.
so rewarding for me personally to see.
Yeah.
Couldn't be happier for him.
That's so cool. He seems like such a great dude, and it's just great. It's a great reminder for all of us that sometimes it just takes a minute. You know, not everybody bursts onto the scene and they're Mickey Mantle like this. The kid has got so much talent, and he reminds me. There's guys around the league. Joe Adell is another one. Like so much talent. Busted out last year, 35 home runs. Off to a little bit slower start this year, but sometimes you just got to be patient with these.
That was a guy
things.
you heard about for years.
Yeah.
And it just you had to wait.
This is just Woods wishing he had more Jordan Walker baseball cards.
I've got 2 PSA 10s. I'm good. 2 rookie PSA 10s. I'm good. I am absolutely fine. Don't worry about me. I'm covered on Jordan Walker. I'm just happy.
Katie,
for
what's
you.
your baseball card collection looking like?
What is it?
Do you guys want to know like the most embarrassing thing about me as a child? So I grew up a Giants fan, and most people in that era would be like, "Oh, you must have liked Barry Bonds." Well, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, I like Barry Bonds,
Sure.
but I really liked their first baseman, JT
Snow.
Yeah, I was in love with him at 7 years old.
Sure.
And it was like a crazy obsession to the point where my mom for Christmas one time bought me every single JT Snow baseball card she could find.
It's amazing.
I still have them.
Still have them?
I still have them. I've never met JT Snow.
Not
but,
worth much, by the way, but
to
it's
me
worth to
and
you.
my
That's,
heart.
that's the beauty of the collection is the guys that really weren't that great.
But I have like
But you-
73 of JT's no baseball cards. So
He's turned into a little bit of a lunatic, I think, also, JT Snow.
don't we all?
Yeah.
What
I
do you
guess
think
it's
this
true.
show is?
That's true. It's true.
Remember
It's
how nice and normal I was like 8 years ago?
pure
That has
lunacy.
results.
No, I get
The
it.
funny thing is it's actually entertaining for me to hear Woods talk about the baseball cards. It feels like a bit of a bit, though, that he's leaning into.
No.
When we go to the breaks, he's even worse talking about baseball cards, even more. He's obsessed with them now.
Yeah.
He's fallen down the rabbit hole. I don't know that I'll ever pull him back out.
You won't. My wife's finally given up, by the way.
That's
She's
a
like,
sign.
go with God. She's literally she's like, I'm happy for you. If you're happy, go ahead. It took 6 months, but she's finally like, okay.
We went on Saturday, went to the card store before our appearance, pulled a couple of nice cards out of some packs, ripped them in the car with my wife.
Yeah.
And she, like, on the drive home, she's like, is there anywhere else on the way home that we can go get more baseball cards? Like, she's now getting, like, I was like, did you get the rush? You see it a little bit? She's like, yeah, because I pulled a numbered to 99 card or whatever. She was a little excited. And she goes, I totally get it now. That was amazing. Like, to open that up, not know what you're going to get something that's worth, $100 or something. She's like, let's go get more. I'm like, babe, you need to settle down.
Can I interest anybody in lottery scratchers?
Oh, that's mine.
basically what you're talking about.
No,
at this
it's not
point.
even close.
No,
I
it's
don't-
so much better.
My lottery tickets that I've purchased in my life that didn't end up making $1 million or whatever, I don't frame those still and like appreciate them
true.
like I
That's
can
true.
with baseball cards that maybe aren't worth maybe $40 instead of $240, whatever.
There's no question. I mean, here you want to honestly want to know the third most fun part for me. My kids now do a bit. They play a game every morning. They get all their cards together and they make a lineup. And they go, Kevin McGonigal is leading off. Shohei Ohtani is hitting second. Whatever. Fernando Tatis Jr. And they play. And he goes to right field. He goes to catcher. So Taylor does it and Bo does it. Then they play a game. They run over and they go, who's up? Okay. JT Snow's up. Right. And then they play the game out. And for my 5-year-old who can't read to start learning like teams, it's so good. So he'll see Dad, Kevin McGonigal, Connor Griffin, so they're getting way into it. It's really cool.
It's kind of been
and
like
they know
for
a lot.
me-
Bo knows a lot about baseball now because of cards.
Yeah, it's been like, I don't play fantasy baseball, but this has been kind of the closest thing to that of like, okay, cool. I got this guy who just got called up now because I have personal interest in it, a little stake in the stock of the card, the value of the card. I'm like, now I'm going to follow this guy and I'm paying attention to more than, just the Padres or the NL West.
That's right.
See what you said, though. That's the beauty of
It's
baseball
so
cards
cool, man.
for children.
Sure.
Yeah, having
How
them
do you
play
think
with them.
How do you think they get them? Numbnuts? They're going to walk down the store, put
Right.
on their debit
But
card.
they're-
They got to get it from me.
You're not letting them play with the valuable ones. I'm
No, I
sure.
take all the bangers from them. They know that, though. They absolutely know. Dad gets the bangers.
They're going to get them all in, a few years when you
they're
die
all
anyways.
for them if I don't flip them first, but yeah, exactly. You guys are so bitchy in the chat. I can't even stand it.
I was gonna say it during the
Good
commercial break. The chat has
God.
lost their mind. At
You
least
guys
a few
are
of you.
so bitchy.
Didn't I say be
Relax.
nice in the chat? I said be nice in the chat
They
today.
don't listen.
They're
to
so
anybody.
You guys.
so bitchy.
Kindness.
Oh my
They're like, I love turning on the radio and hearing everybody
Dodger loving.
talking about Ohtani.
Yeah, just relax.
All right, let's
playing them tonight.
Let's take a
All
deep
good.
breath. Take our final timeout.
I want to
We'll
spin
come
the
back.
topic wheel with Katie.
Yes,
That's
topic wheel
exactly.
time.
Oh, I'm scared. Okay.
We'll talk about tonight's
If
matchup.
you get a question wrong, you have to take a piece of clothing off. Just so you know, it's a new Ben. It's a Ben idea. It's a Ben idea. He calls it the strip topic wheel.
Right
Okay.
wrong answers on the topic wheel.
Oh, that's bad news for Katie.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Final segment of Ben and Woods with Katie Wu coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Final segment of Ben and Woods on a Tuesday. We got Katie Wu from The Athletic in the studio. All guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Just curious, you mentioned Manhattan Beach, the new home. What's the commute to Dodger Stadium like?
Well, it depends on if I leave on time, which is touch and go. If I leave on time, it's about 40-ish, 45 minutes, which is, sounds like a lot, but you call someone, you play some Taylor Swift, it's fine. My problem is I always think I have time to like go get a coffee or something.
Yeah, you don't.
Or I'm late, or I'm like, oh my gosh, I fell asleep. So then it turns into like an hour and a half. So if I could just leave on time, it would not be bad. It's getting better. April was an experiment.
Just trial and error.
Yeah, I was like, there were a lot of errors.
I'll never forget. I went to LA to see a band, and I got an Airbnb, and I looked at the venue. It was like, it's 4.5 miles from the Airbnb. And I remember like we were so hungover from the night before, and I looked at my buddy. I go, "Do you want to go?" And he's like, "Well, how long will it take to get there?" So I pull it up. I'm like, it's 4.5 miles. It was like an hour and a half, hour and 45. I go, nope.
See ya.
I went to LA to take a nap. I drove all the way to LA to take a nap in a really expensive Airbnb in the Hollywood Hills. It was like, I'm good. You good to sit home? He goes, yeah, just order a pizza. I was like, sounds good. I was in bed by 7:30 because it was an hour and 45 minutes to go 4.5 miles. I was like, forget it. There's no way I would lose my mind there. Would lose my mind. It's so good to have Katie Wu from The Athletic and not a Dodgers employee from The Athletic. Let's clarify. Also wearing a Ben and Woods shirt currently.
Of course.
Tier ones.
We'll spin the topic wheel in a second.
We knew this was going to be a problem.
Of course.
We knew.
You're not a problem.
We prefaced it. We talked about, because we didn't have you on at spring training. We just went out and had some food the night before. We talked about it, and we're like, guys, look, sorry about it. Katie Wu is not going anywhere.
She's
she is
family.
as part of this show as anybody,
right.
and it's not going to change. We're going to have some fun with her, but she can take it like anybody else on the show.
And we get the good dirt.
Well, why wouldn't you want insight into the Padres' biggest rival? That's to me.
She told me so many things I'm not allowed to say. So like,
we love the secrets, the gossip.
For
my
instance,
God.
What to expect from Emmett Sheehan tonight?
Yes.
I haven't watched a
what
ton of
should we
Emmett
expect
Sheehan.
from Emmett Sheehan?
The thing with Emmett Sheehan is we've had the same story with him every start where he comes out and he hits 95, 96 in the first inning.
Yep.
He looks good. Emmett Sheehan is like the Dodgers' number 6 starter and could be number 3 in pretty much any other team.
Sure.
He has great stuff. It's just sustaining the velo. So you'll watch it taper off really after the second inning. It'll sit 93, 94.
Really?
And the stuff doesn't play as well. Now, he's good enough to pitch around that, but it's been a big problem for the Dodgers because they can't really figure it out. And that is, to their credit, not something that they ever really say. The Dodgers are very good at pinpointing things.
Yeah.
They think they can fix old friend Eric Lauer, who's, again, should join the team today as a starter. But for Emmett Sheehan, it's just about sustaining the velo. He has swing and miss. The stuff is nasty when it works. It's just, can his fastball sit 95, 96? Because obviously, if it's sitting 92, 93, it's not going to play nearly as well.
See, perfect starter for the Padres to face. They can't hit 75 in the first 3 innings
That's
of the
true.
game. So
That's true.
You know, it doesn't matter. So then he slows down a little bit, and the Padres get going as the game goes on.
Love it.
All right, we're going to check traffic one last time, and then when we come back, we got a couple of topic wheel spins. See what the wheel brings us and Katie Woo coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
On the 805 North at Kearney Village, just got a motorcycle wreck out of the way. Traffic is still slow from Murray Ridge, and it stays slow on the 805 North through the merge with the 52. The West 52 is also slow at that connector.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Got miles ahead? Make sure your car's ready. Swing by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll check tires, lights, and essential fluids with any oil change. Stay in your car, done fast. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change.
Ooh, this is a good one. What is the best way to handle criticism?
Oh, God. Scream
ask
at
Woods.
people? Don't ask me. You're asking the wrong guy. Jesus.
Well,
Go ahead,
What
Katie.
kind, though?
no, that's what I was going to ask. Is it constructive criticism? Because that can be helpful. Or are you just like being super rude for no reason?
Right.
Because then I'm going to match your energy.
Yes,
Right?
the energy match. I'm a
Yes.
big fan.
Yeah.
I think no matter what it is, the first thing I look at is, all right, is there any truth? If I'm being honest with myself, is there any truth to this? Is there something that I can work on and get better? And if my answer is no, then ignore it and move on with my life and not respond to it. That's what I do.
What are we talking here? Are we talking criticism from your
I'm thinking social media mostly.
social
but
media,
yeah.
right? I'm better at ignoring it now than I used to, but I will clap.
If it
back.
comes from loved ones, it's harder to ignore, obviously, if you
that's
don't agree
true.
with it. So,
I think the toughest part is, like Ben just said, if there's no truth to it at all, just let it roll off your back. That's probably the hardest part, is because you don't, that guy might have 3 followers and essentially just screaming into the void. But if it's something slanderous or something completely untrue, the thought of even one person coming across that and then thinking, that's now
true.
real, that pisses you off. And that's what makes you want to respond.
I think with criticism too, I go to therapy and I go to marriage counseling, and I will sit in there and be like, ooh, that stung, but and I'll ask Bo and Taylor all the time, like, what can I do better? Right? Instead of, calling me stupid, Dad, like, what can I do better? And they'll tell me, and I'll go, oh God, he's right. He's right. Like, I absolutely could be better at that, and so it's easier from loved ones with me than some stranger on Twitter, which is weird.
The ones that are toughest for me is, trolls on Twitter. And 99% of the time, this is stupid.
Yeah.
But even them, once in a while, like,
They get to
okay, you know what? No, it's not that they get to me. It's like,
yeah, for sure.
All right, this time.
Okay, you're right.
This
Maybe you're
time,
right.
once out of 100, you actually might have a point there. And I have to try to accept that and go, even the worst people can sometimes have a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pull my pants down and go, and I moon them. That's the best
what I
way
prefer to do.
it. Yeah, for sure.
But
For sure.
it is true. Like, you see it a lot on social media, and my job, it's so important to keep relationships. So I ask that question a lot. Like, what can I do better? Where do you think I missed something? And actually, when you initiate a conversation in person, crazy concept, it usually goes a lot better than social media. My thing on social media is I see everything, and there are some like very vulgar things said to all of us.
100%.
And I will always look at the account if it's like something especially bad, and I'll see like, what kind of person, what are you going through where you feel like you need to say this?
Why are you so hurt?
Right. And then I'm just like, I kind of feel bad for you.
Sometimes you see it too, and you're like, oh, yeah. I'm sad for you.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And that's even worse. Like if I'm trying to insult someone and they come back with like, I feel bad for you.
yeah. Sorry, man. I feel
double
bad for you.
whammy.
Looks like you need a hug, man.
Yeah.
I've done that bit before. I'm like, I'll give you a hug. Come see me, and I'll give you a hug, and everything's going to be okay.
What's you just trying to think of whatever is going to be the most cutting and hurt the
It's fair.
person, and that's what you come back.
I did call you numb nuts earlier. I wanted to apologize for
that.
Sorry about that.
It was a little harsh.
I was. Did you notice?
No.
Oh, okay. See, you didn't even know.
Didn't even notice.
See, let me apologize for that. I don't like to call names, idiot.
You moron.
Turd.
All right, let's see here. Topic Wheel asks, what is something technology has made worse?
Did we do this one?
Yeah, we did this one
This
already.
one. I said baseball.
Did we do this one?
Yeah, we did. We did.
I think we did this one already.
Let's move on. Watching television, by the way.
Yeah, I think that was my answer.
1,000%.
So much
made
worse.
it way worse.
What is a habit you would like to break?
I can't say that on the air.
All of them. All my bad habits.
I still, 40 years, 45 years later, can't stop biting my fingernails. Woods tries to get me to stop sometimes. He really does.
By the way, I also bite my nails, but I don't do it like you do.
Yeah.
Where it looks like you're eating a hot dog. You're like this. I look over and he's like this. And I go, hey.
It's the worst in the car when I'm driving. And I've got that time on my hands.
Is it nervous energy?
It's a little bit, and it's also the OCD of having the slight.
Ooh, gross.
Like,
do you have like
rough
fingernail
edge of the
clippings
fingernail.
all over your floorboard?
car? I do. I do.
Guys.
Mine is Zen.
Yeah.
Chewing on pens, raising my voice, losing my cool. Those are all things that I would like to stop. A couple of them I don't want to stop bad enough that I'm actually going to try to stop, but that raising my voice and losing my cool, those are two that I'm actively working on. I'm not trying to stop Zen. I'm just looking for more Zen.
As evidenced
As
by your
evidenced
desk.
by my desk.
Goes asked, does that bitter nail polish stuff work?
No, it tastes good after a while.
It does if you're really trying to stop. My mom tried it on me when I was like 8 or 9.
Did you get used to it?
No, but I wanted to bite the nails more than I disliked the taste.
Of course.
So I
And you get used
just
to it.
plowed through and continued to do it. And who knows what toxic chemicals I consume.
I know. Thanks, Mom.
Just doing that.
No, that's exactly right. What about you, Paulie? What's a habit you want to quit?
It'd probably be Zen.
Katie?
I don't know if it's like a habit because I'm perfect, so why would I change? But
Fair.
No, kidding. I'm trying to be more present in conversations and be off my phone a little bit more.
Yes.
And it's hard because I feel like as soon as I put my phone down, I'm going to miss something.
Yeah.
But also
like a cockfighting story drops and you're not ready for it.
You know what? You never know.
Right?
You never know what you're going to run into.
Like you spend $80 million on a closer and then you find out he's not chasing a ring. He's chasing a cockfighting ring.
It was
all the way to
69.
LA.
It was 69. Nice.
$69 million.
But no, I'm trying to be more present, more grounded now that I'm in my 30s and I am mature and I've left my days of partying allegedly behind.
Have you?
Sure. If you
Ish.
saw me in Little Italy Sunday night,
Ish.
no, you didn't. Sorry. No, I feel like it's so important to be present. Like part of the reason I moved back to California was to be closer to family and have those conversations. So no phones.
You and Paulie are young enough that you never really lived through. We lived through not having phones.
Yeah, man.
Smartphones.
And it's, now that I think about it, I romanticize it, but it's also sucked.
There was so much boredom all the time.
And there were Saturday nights that you would just go around looking for your friends because you're checking your voicemail with a calling card going, leave me a message. You're where? And you go over there, they're gone. And then you check again.
You can't chase
it was
anyone
a
down.
nightmare.
I think I got my first cell phone when I was like 13.
Yeah.
So like 2003, 2004.
I was in my 20s.
Like before that, had a Game Boy. But before that,
Pager.
Anybody else remember like sitting on the toilet and you're like pooping and you're just reading the back of the shampoo bottle?
Reading
like,
a
whatever,
magazine.
Like whatever you could find.
Yep. Yeah. Head and Shoulders bottle. I raised to read the Head and Shoulders
Like,
bottle.
how do you say that?
The slightest
ingredient?
miscommunication would be disastrous.
Disaster.
Like,
Back in the day.
I thought you meant to meet over at that McDonald's. You were at the other one. You can't fix it.
You just go there,
done.
and then they're not there, and you're
you
like,
have no idea what to do. Should I wait?
Should I wait? Should I leave?
wait?
They're
You have
gone.
All right, let me
no
go find
idea.
a payphone,
telling
call
you.
their home, hope they're still there.
I had my calling card number memorized, so I could just check my message. You call and check your voicemail. And like, what's up, dude? We're down in Hamilton's. Come on down. You're like, oh, you run down. They're gone.
I probably had 40 to 50 phone numbers memorized of friends, family members. I could rattle them all off.
Oh,
Home
yeah.
numbers everywhere. Now
you
I
have
don't
to.
even know what my kids' phone
No.
numbers are. I
No.
have no idea.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like gun to my head. What's your child's phone number? Don't know.
No idea. No idea. Well, I'm glad that you were able to come in this morning. We have time for one more.
One
Paul?
more.
All
One more
one
spin.
more.
Yeah, one more
Third
spin.
time's the
One
charm.
more here. So many choices. What is something you would never do again?
God.
Again, things I can't say on air.
You can't say, right? Never do again. There's 5 things, but I'm like, no, I'd probably do that again.
I mean, I probably won't run from the cops anymore, but I've done that
Smart.
before.
That's fair.
I'm never going to do any of those free fall drop rides like the Tower of Terror or Guardians of the Galaxy. I hated that so much. I hated
Poor
that
Ben.
so much.
I almost blacked out just now.
just like ooh, up and down. Like that is not fun.
But I can
What?
just you don't
It's not fun
strike
at
me as
all.
someone who would enjoy that to begin with. So
At
why
all.
you thought that would be a good
I
idea?
don't know. I was like, yeah, let's go on the ride. I'm sure it's not that terrifying. Yes, no, it is. It's the worst thing possible.
All right. I'm never going to putt-putt again. I'm never taking my children to putt-putt again.
It's not going to kill you.
It will.
I can't
It
say
will physically
for
kill me the next
certain-
time I go. It's never happening again.
I can't say for certain, but I don't intend on going to a bowling alley ever again.
Really?
I'm good.
Why?
I haven't been to
Is
a-
it the fingers in the holes thing?
It's one of those things. After the pandemic, I haven't even thought about bowling alleys. Nobody I know goes to bowling alleys.
We went with the
Movie
kids, and I was
theaters?
sore after. I was like, this
okay.
kind of
That's what
sucks.
happened. My
dude.
last time on my arm was like, I can't use my
I
arm
can't
anymore.
remember the
It's
last
not
time I
that
went
fun.
bowling.
No, it's not that fun.
I've done bowling, like we've been at a bar downtown. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we have 2 bowling alleys or something.
Well,
It's kind
throw
of
a
fun,
couple.
but like going out
Going
bowling with
bowling.
friends, I don't think that's ever going to happen again. Movie theaters and a bowling alley I haven't been in since before 2020.
Wait, but bowling alleys are fun, you guys.
They're not, though.
Are
They
they?
are. They are.
It's the sounds and
Yeah, do you
all
you are like
dirty.
a wrecking ball in general, so
That's
you
true.
would like a bowling alley, I would think.
I don't want to
true.
stick my finger in the
I can't do
ball.
mine.
That I don't like.
Yeah,
That
I
I'm
gotta
like, I want to
wearing
know
somebody
where my
else's
hand is going.
shoes. It's disgusting.
The putt-putt thing with my kids it's never happening again. One will hit one, miss it, then get furious and full swing it. They hit each other with the clubs.
Well, and the good
They're
news
too
is,
competitive about it. I'm like, guys, enough.
and the good
enough.
news
And
is,
it's
if things
so
aren't going well,
overrated.
you can go get some crappy French fries or
Exactly.
some crappy nachos. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point?
Exactly.
What's the appeal?
Never again, man. Never again. They want to go. They can go without me. I'm not doing it. I'm not going.
Julian
Putt-putt.
says, I just realized Ben is looking extra spiffy today.
You got a new shirt. I complimented him on it.
Thank you.
Where'd you get
Gorge.
that shirt, by the way?
$9 at Costco.
Costco.
It's my shopping, my fashion outlet of choice.
You
at
are
age 50.
something else.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I've gotten you complimented me
I
on
love it.
earlier.
I love it. It's a
Why
new
spend
look
more?
for you. It's a
when you can
waffly shirt.
Spend less. It's got the little waffle patterns. All right. Thank you, Katie, for
Thanks,
coming in
Katie.
the
You guys are
studio.
the best.
You're the best.
Really appreciate it. That's it for us. For executive producer Paul Reindl, for Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Braden and Frank coming up next. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. right here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.